Wait, I should probably counter. Make sure counter... Hello, posse. Make sure counter is counting to increments of 1. Okay, sweet. And also that counter has incremented for no reason, so I should put that back. Okay, there we go. Hello! Oh dear, not the yawns. We don't want the yawns. That's no fun. Okay, so anyway, like I said in my message, Kali will be joining us a bit later, due to Kali having things actually going on in real life that are more important than us doing stupid bullshit. Everything is loud in my flat, so I apologise for that if that happens. Yeah, that's definitely something I should put out there straight away. I apologise for any background sounds that may or may not occur. People fucking suck. Fortunately, in a week or two, I might not have this problem anymore because I won't be here. On the other hand, I won't be here. And it's like, as much as it's a shit show, I have Ethernet here, which I think makes the streams a bit more competent. But then again, I could probably steal an Ethernet cable back home as well, so... Is my audio alright? Hey Shard, my audio alright, by the way? It's all still set up from the last time I was streaming, so it should still be fine. What the fuck is wrong with my glasses? Why are they crooked? That's illegal. Glasses suddenly becoming crooked when you put a headset on, that should be illegal. Okay, audio being good is good. I have so many drinks sitting on my desk. I have 2 bottles of water and then tea, because tea. Tea is good. I still have an entire bottle of the stuff that I hadn't drank, so I'm drinking it. Jesus fuck, I think somebody just decided it's bloody dishes day. You know, for the first time since we've come back. Was not aware Kali was hosting me, but that would explain why you're hearing me double, yes. God fucking damn it, not the yawns. I'm still slightly dead from yesterday, I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, always a good sign. Yeah, somebody has apparently decided it's dishwashing day for the first time since I came back to uni 3 weeks ago, so that's... 4? 3? How many weeks have I been back at uni now? Shit, has it been 5? That's an existential crisis waiting to happen, I hate that. Also, I should switch which book is being used as one of my prop-ups for my fucking fans now, because I might need the mini notepad. Oh yeah, it probably is auto-host. I keep forgetting auto-host is a thing, despite the fact that I have that set up myself for, I think, Kali and Oxy. I don't think I have anybody else. Personally, I'm going for Nidoran male, with a side dose... Hey, it's Shami. I'm going for Nidoran male with a side dose of Nidoran female or Vulpix also being acceptable. Although technically, at this point, I'm going for anything. Oh yeah, you should probably go to do the meeting thing. That might be an idea, yeah. Remember. I do that typo a lot, to be fair. Although I had my first fun experience of my autocorrect fucking me up, but I'll talk about that when Kali gets here, which... Don't know when that's gonna be, to be fair. She's busy with actual important real life shit. Put capitals in as you require. So, that'll happen. But I've got a fucking pack up of a couple things we can talk about, so that's nice. But yeah, until then it'll just be me bullshitting my way through this stuff as normal. I say that like we're not bullshitting my way through this stuff normally. Anyway, but yeah, no, yeah, technically I'm going for Nidoran male with Nidoran female and Vulpix as secondary options, but honestly we're just going for anything because we're not finishing this fucking run now. We're just gonna get a shiny on one of our cartridges and move over to Pokemon X and Y, which is good. Which will be really funny if I get that before Kali gets here, because Kali's gonna join the call and it's like, so good news, you can start up Gen 6. Instead, because we don't need to do this anymore. We can just stop. Which will be nice, but I doubt we're gonna get that lucky. This game is an evil creation that doesn't like giving us sparkly Pokemon because of reasons. slow insanity from the freaking theme song continues. Also, I like how every single time I've been saying, like, yeah, I'm gonna do some grinding off stream for things. Like, I was gonna do it for Blue Rescue Team, and I'm gonna do it for Snap, and I'm like, have I? No. No, I have not. So I'm probably gonna end up doing some of that tomorrow instead. Probably do Snap first, and then do Blue Rescue Team after that, because then I can go straight from the grinding to the stream. Give or take a bit, it depends on what time I obviously end up doing the grinding. But yeah. Wow, that's actually impressive, honestly. Like, nightmarish, but impressive. Oh dear. Oh, that actually is a fun story that we can tell. So there was an update to Sword and Shield the other day, as you may or may not know. Well, the thing that was fun was I did the update, and then I went to load the game to do some daily bits, and the game cartridge wouldn't read. So, that was fun. And it did it about 3 times. Like, even after a take out, put it back in thing, I had to do that twice to get it to read. So the first thing I actually did was not boot the game up to go do my dailies, it was go on Pokemon Home and offload my shinies. Just go put them in a box really quick so that I have them safe. I know I have some of these specially done for, like, raids and stuff, but unless a raid event shows up that I actually want to participate in, I'll just leave them there, thank you. I don't feel like losing them. Effort went into those. Not much in some cases, but effort. Oh, that's one thing that's going to be nice about being at home. I get to go back to my Cresselia hunt that I've been doing off stream. I do have Nintendo Online, yes. And if you're asking about the save data thing, I don't think you can have an online version of the Sword and Shield saves. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I seem to remember that being somebody's problem, is that Sword and Shield have no cloud support. What the fuck is going on in the goddamn kitchen? Yeah, I don't think that they have cloud saves in Pokemon, because I think it was duping. People were like, yeah, or the fucking company were like, yeah, you might dupe shit, so we're not gonna let you do it. You know, despite the fact that, like, things like Animal Crossing have exactly the same problem, but they let it happen there. I mean, I don't have a backup of my Animal Crossing save, which I really fucking should, but, you know. But yeah, like, duping happens already. There's loads of different methods to do it. There's some good ones for Pokemon Home, from what I remember, that you can just do. Hell, there's the Ditto trick, which, as far as I'm aware, was discovered, like, the second week of the fucking... the second week of having the games out, and it's still not been fixed. It's still something you can happily do. The one where you get a foreign game early and like a Ditto, or like a late game one, so you can get 5-star Ditto raids, and then you can get them from in like a different language at really good IVs or something like that. I don't remember how it works, but they're being really loud. Lovely. I don't remember how it works, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty easy, actually, from what I can remember of the video I saw on it. I just don't remember doing it, how to do it, because I haven't done it before and didn't really look into it very hard. Yeah, they did. And hey, Oxy, indeed, podcast. Solo podcast for now, because Kali is busy, but she'll be showing up at some point, and then we will continue with actual podcasts. Yeah, it really is like a feature more than a bug nowadays. It's just like, duping Pokemon, that's how it works. I have so much shit in my notepad, I realise now. I've just popped it open to write something down, and it's just like, oh yeah, there's a lot of crap in here, isn't there? Including the plot of an entire fucking snipfic that I wrote and still haven't posted. I have so many things ready to post that I haven't posted because I'm lazy. I take it you guys were just talking, weren't you? Drank. I shall drank in a moment. I just need to write something down. Just need to write that down really quick so I remembered that I need to deal with that later. And then we're good. And then I possibly will do that before I go to sleep. More likely I'll do it tomorrow. I have questions about what the fuck is going on in my flat, but also I don't care. So, there you go. Situation is just, it's loud in there for some reason. But yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things to post, plus the 2 SCW chapters, but they're on a schedule, so they don't count. Yeah, I have 7 snippets to post that technically they're all finished. In theory, they could probably do a, I have not seen Code Geass, no. It was mentioned, but I've never seen it, because I was lazy. Yeah, I've got 7 things. I got 7 things to post, and I have not posted any of them, despite the fact that they are technically ready to go. Maybe they could use an editing pass in theory, but like, eh. I was thinking about it, to be fair, I was thinking about it, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna be streaming, and I don't know when that's gonna start, aside from eventually, and then I just didn't join, basically, when I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be starting at, we'll do like 8:30, that's fine, and then I just didn't join. I was also watching some Subnautica shit and being informed by my Switch that that's on the fucking eShop now. So the temptation to buy another game is really strong. Because, I only just bought Snap. Like, technically it was last month, so technically this month's buy a game budget is still there, but, like, it was only really recent that I bought that. I should probably not get another game when I wouldn't be able to stream it for a while anyway, and honestly, I have doubts about my ability to have my Switch handle that shit. It'd be fun, though. I've already seen the entire game, so there's probably not gonna be- there wouldn't be any, like, story dramatics with it. It'd be kind of similar to Dust in that sense, but, like, it'd be fun, probably. I don't know if I'd be a screaming wreck or not, that's the real question, is, like, how terrified would I actually be? It's like, on the one hand, I've seen everything, I know what to expect from all the sounds. On the other hand, that doesn't always help, as seen in the fucking FNAF thing. Like, just because you know what's there to get you in the dark doesn't stop it from being scary, so... Ow, fuck. My wrists are still messed up from Tuesday, which is a wonderful experience. I've got my gloves on, it's great. If you want to join next week, you'll always watch the first 3. I might, to be fair. I say that I've got free time, and I keep saying that, but it's like, what the fuck have I actually done with my free time, aside from vegetate watching videos and reading way too much fanfic? Like, I haven't written anything since that binge evening where I wrote, like, 3,000 words, 3,500 or whatever the fuck it was in, like, an evening. I finished a chapter and wrote almost all of the next one, stayed up until, like, 1 in the morning. And then wrote the rest of it the next day. Like, that was the last time I did any writing, was that, like, entire thing. And I just haven't touched any of SCW since. I've done a couple snippets, but I haven't touched SCW. Yeah, I don't know, I'll get around to it, probably. If I actually do have the time to watch the first 3 episodes, I will. That does actually segue into something that I'd like to bring up when Kali gets here. To be fair, I could bring that up now, because I don't know when Kali's getting here. But I'll save it for when Kali gets here, because I think that'll be fun. Yeah, it does seem kinda cool, from what I've seen, which is distressingly little. Woo! Actually, it was quite funny. I was thinking about doing some writing before I started streaming, because I have the Sprint bot now, who's a neat little bot that you ask to, essentially it times your writing, so you put in the word count that you have at the beginning, and then you have 20 minutes or whatever you set it to, up to an hour, to, like, write, and then at the end of it, it'll let you put your new word count in, and it'll tell you how many words you've written and what your words per minute is, and, like, multiple people can join the same sprint, so you can all, like, compete. And it's kind of the coolest thing I've ever seen, and really quite useful for getting writing done. I've only actually done 1, and I was somewhere at the very top. I was like 49 words per minute or something. It was when I was writing one of my Marvel snippets. I did like 1,000 summit words in the 20-minute gap, and it was like 49 words per minute, and they were like, holy shit, how do you write that fast? And I'm like, I don't know. I just started typing and words fell out my mouth. Well, it fell out my fingers technically, because they were on the keyboard, but like, it was ridiculous and kind of hilarious. But yeah, Sprintbot is goddamn brilliant. I love him. And I was thinking, like, maybe I'll set that off and, like, go and do a 20-minute sprint just to see if I can get some writing done for SCW. Because it's like, shit, I haven't done any writing for SCW since, like, forever ago. Maybe I should do some of that. But then I suddenly realised that that might be a horrible idea when I consider that I had to stream in a little while. And it would have been like, oh, okay, let's maybe just get mega distracted. Where was it? I'm sitting here, okay, I'm sitting here looking up the sprint that I did. Yeah, 981 words, 49 words per minute was my thing with that. But yeah, Sprintbot is amazing. That one just worked, and it was kind of hilarious, because it was just like, oh, okay, let's just break everything, I guess. Did I increment that? I don't think I incremented that. We're going to increment really quick. Grammarly is certainly helpful, yeah. I don't use it personally, but that's just because I'm really lazy and can't be bothered to get it. So, I just use the built-in spell checker and hope for the best. And that's all I do instead. And occasionally I revisit it like 3 weeks later to make sure that my grammar isn't shit, but that rarely happens. The last time I did that was when I was looking over... Yeah, that's fair. I might probably eventually get the free version just to have a look at stuff, but I'm really lazy and don't feel like getting it. I actually think I have a Grammarly, like, account, is the fun part, because I think I put it on the potato laptop at one point and literally never used it for anything. I downloaded it and then never touched it again, basically. It was great. But yeah, the last time that I had to do like a proper grammar pass over everything that I wrote, I used the fucking dictation device for it, so it's got like a bunch of, like the accidental fuck-ups from where it didn't quite catch up what I was saying, and then I haven't remembered that I needed to go back and take those out or something. So I had to go through, and it was like a week later I went through and I'm like, the fuck was I trying to say here? This sentence doesn't make much sense, what was I doing? Which is always the worst sort. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. You know what is kind of funny about the snap grinding and stuff? I'm kind of like semi-used to doing that already. I sort of forget occasionally that, like, yeah, no, you're supposed to be talking when you stream. Because when I'm doing the snap recordings, I don't speak. I just kind of let it happen, and then I talk if something interesting happens. Whereas when it comes to this sort of thing, it's kind of like, yeah, you're supposed to be talking, it's kind of what you're supposed to be doing, it's the point of being an entertainer, it's what you're meant to do. How it works. So I just sort of drift out a little bit, like just grinding, and it's like, oh yeah, no, you're supposed to be having a conversation with people. You know one thing I am looking forward to tomorrow? The absolute train wreck that's going to be doing the new dungeons. Because those are some scary fucking places. I looked it up between, after last stream, and the next dungeon is like 40 floors with no rest point, and I'm just like, ah. Yes. That's gonna be fun, isn't it? Definitely not gonna suck. And definitely not half the reason why I think I need to take my Magnemite up to like level 300 in like 2 days. What the fuck are they doing? I can just hear shouting, and I don't know why. It's great. Thank you for the pats. The pats are always appreciated. Oops. I need to- you'd think I'd be better at clicking these buttons by now. Like, you'd think I'd be better at the menus. But then again, my blue menuing is also terrible, so... Menus are difficult. And I'm very bad at using them. Yeah, that was one of the things that I was, like, a bit on-off about with the Grammarly stuff, is like, yeah, the free version's alright, but you kind of need to get the, like, the pro version, or whatever the fuck it's nicknamed in that, and that's expensive, and that hurts, so... Yeah. It's like, ouch. We heard you're, like, spending way too much money on shit. Like, at that point, it's just easier to get an English person to check over your stuff and hope for the best that way. Or hell, just get anyone to check over your stuff, really. It doesn't even necessarily have to be an English person. Yeah, like, five a month is still kinda heavy, but it's, like, not awful. You know, and it makes sense, but like 12 is a lot. Oh, actually, given that you're here, Oxy, let me tell you a fun story about this fucking morning. Bribe Farrenwell. Yeah. Yeah, I was texting my mum earlier because we were talking about something, and I said right now, like RN for right now, and autocorrect autocorrects that to N, and I'm like, no, that's not what I meant, I promise. I know I'm doing Swedish lessons, but I promise that's not what I'm trying to say, guys. It's like, god damn it, autocorrupt. Stop helping. You're not. I think that's the second time that that's kind of happened now, where it's taken something. Yeah, because I had it happen with RSI when I mentioned it, because I strained my wrists Tuesday. And it kind of set off with my RSI, and I typed that, and it fucking auto-corrected me to Reese, and I'm like, no, I'm not talking about rice, I'm talking about pain in my wrists. Different topic, I promise. I really hope you guys can't hear that. But yeah, it was like, yeah, that's not what I meant, but thanks for trying, I guess. You did a good job, buddy, have a cookie. Participation medal. Yeah, all hail autocorrupt. Trying its best since whenever the fuck it autocorrupt started being a thing, I guess. When the hell did autocorrect start being like a common thing, actually? That's a good question. What the fuck? God, how the fuck is it nearly 9 PM, speaking of things that are what the fucking me at the minute? It's like, it should not be that late already. That's illegal. Yeah, it's been around for, like, forever. It's kind of insane, actually. It's like, geez. Old man autocorrupt. No wonder it can't spell properly. It's probably hard of hearing by now. That kind of is actually what autocorrupt is, isn't it? It's the hard of hearing grandparent that doesn't quite figure out what you're saying properly. And now I feel sad for ragging on it all the time. Whoops. Yeah, so somewhere in that range, yeah. Fucking plastic wrap. God damn it, there we go. Plastic wrap is a pain in the ass. Let's put that one out there real quick. Get off my fucking bottle so I can drink my tea. That's all I want from life right now. Yeah, my first smartphone was an iPhone, so... And obviously it was on there. Can my tea open? Thanks. Rude bastard. I always forget how nice pomegranate green tea is. It's great. It's the Arizona stuff, so it's not like proper tea, but it's good enough. Yeah, pomegranate is great. I can't drink the actual tea, unfortunately, because I think that's nasty. But, like, the green tea is good. Like, the Arizona stuff, sorry. Not what I meant to say. Sentences are getting mundled. Mundled? Let's just stop talking, I think. Clearly, I've forgotten how to English language in the last 30 seconds, so... we shall just stop. But yeah, no, this particular stuff is really good. I love it. I realise now when I'm saving all of my topics for when Kali gets here, I'm running out of things to talk about really quick. Because it's like, I do have things to speak of, I just can't speak of them because Kali's not here yet. So therefore they have been banished to the Shadow Realm. You know what's fucking absurd about this, like, SoulSilver thing? I'm pretty sure this is episode 21. Do you know how horrifying that is? Like, how are we at 21 episodes of this bullshit? It might be 22. I might be wrong on that number and it might be 22 this week. But it's like, what the fuck? How are we here already? Like, it's really stupid. We're in the 20s and it's like, how did we get this far? With this fucking stream setup of pair of lunatics shiny hunt and don't get shinies for like hours. Oops. accidentally pause my game. Probably shouldn't do that. I need to remember which button pauses things and stop poking it. Opening this tea was a mistake, because I'm just going to keep drinking it. It's just going to be this nightmare of, I'm going to go quiet every now and then, and the reason for it is going to be I'm drinking the tea. I'm just going to go dead silent for like a good couple seconds, and it's like, tea, that's all that's happening. Who the fuck is playing a piano? I'm very confused. Or a keyboard or something. The shit. I have several questions about what's currently going on in this flat. None of which I actually want answers to, really, because I'm just confused. Oh shit. Yeah, you might want to turn that off, yeah. Turning things off is a good idea. I guess this is just a shout-outs to whoever is playing keyboard in my flat right now. For giving Oxy the reminder that she needs to go turn off another keyboard. Woo! Yeah, shout-outs to whoever the hell is playing a keyboard in my flat right now, I guess. Ah, I see. Yeah, you should probably make sure to turn your stuff off like that. Especially if it's stuff you can accidentally poke and make a sound with. You know what's been really fun about the absolute lack of schedule I have outside of my streams right now? I keep having moments of like, did I remember to do X? And it's like, yeah, you did. You did it earlier. And it's like, I don't remember if I did it earlier or if I did it yesterday. And I'm just thinking it was earlier. Because my entire life schedule at the moment is a disaster, honestly. Like, just all it is just an absolute train wreck. Because pretty much I am doing my entire scheduling setup around people's streams. Which is actually quite funny because Oxy moving her streams has fucked everything at the minute because it's like, ah yes, it's Wednesday, time for Pokemon Society and Oxy stream. Oh wait, no, Oxy doesn't stream on Wednesdays now, she streams on Thursdays and Saturdays, and it's like, that's gonna be really fun. I'm definitely not gonna get fucking lost sometime there. But it's like, yeah, literally, I do my entire schedule at the moment by like, Monday, Oxy stream, sometimes Kali. Tuesday, Kali stream, BSL, me stream. Wednesday, Pokemon Society, Oxy stream. And it's like, well now there's no Oxy stream to regulate that, but you know, Pokemon Society should still be here for a while. We're talking about doing it still over the summer, which will be nice. But yeah, like literally my entire sense of time at the minute is based on stream schedules, because I have nothing else going on in my life that I can use to like regulate that. Because obviously like when I'm actually in uni it's not too bad, because I based it off of my class scheduling. But I don't have classes now, so I can't do that. And it's like, oh. Oops. Just rest in peace, my ability to keep track of time. It has gone. It left. Yeah. It's the best way to keep track of time. I don't know. Why didn't it refresh? I was like, okay, I'm not sure what hasn't refreshed, but I'll see what it is see if you mention it. Thank you for the sub. I was like, oh, okay, subs. Yeah, I keep forgetting, like, this is approximately the time where I got affiliate status, so now everybody's got subs about this sort of time of the month. Oh. Hold on. I think we have a Kali, hopefully. If not, she just poked me for no apparent reason. But presumably she will be here momentarily, and that'll be great. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, good, you're here. Streamlabs, Retro, get back up. Hi, welcome to this disaster show. How you doing?
Yeah. I'm pissed.
Oh, excellent.
And
I love
also,
that.
like, in the middle of eating.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Sorry about that.
No problem. This is... We're already well aware that this is the least professional stream you can join during the week. So...
Accurate.
Who gives a fuck? Oxy says hello, though.
Hi, Oxy. How you doing?
Why is it try- Oh yeah, I have a shit ton of updates to do on my phone at the moment, don't I? I was wondering, like, why is it yelling at me? Oh yeah, updates. I have those. I should do those at some point.
I am so sorry.
No, it's fine.
But after she was done, I ended up having to go see a vampire, so...
What? Oh. I got really confused as to what the fuck you were on about for a moment there, and I'm like, oh wait, yeah. Never mind, I get that joke. We got it.
Excellent. Excellent. Good job.
Pix got there. We're good.
I thought of something yesterday that you desperately need to know about.
God help us, okay. Are we both coming through? Okay. You are, I know.
Are we?
Yeah, I know you are. I'm like, am I?
Yeah, you seem to be coming through fine.
Yep, okay, excellent. Alright, what's this disaster show that we've got to tell me immediately then?
Alright, so you know in Hollow Knight...
Yeah?
How there's the void, right?
Yeah. Am I gonna want to put my drink down for this?
I don't know. You're either gonna hate it or love it, so...
Swanky. We love that situation.
So, you know how there's, like, the void and all the siblings are, like, extensions of the void and whatever, right? So the void could be considered, in itself, a multitude, right?
Yes.
And you know how it's like this thing for the little ghost to call itself it or they, them, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is wrong.
Okay.
Little Ghost is not singular once Little Ghost becomes the Lord of Shades. Little Ghost is now plural.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You know
Little
what I need
Ghost
to,
is a fucking multitude.
Yeah, you know what I need to work on at some point now that you've said that? I have 2 Hollow Knight fics. The first one is AHR, which needs a complete plot overhaul from where it started. And I'll get round to it eventually. But the second is this interesting little ditty that I started with the... Actually, technically there's 3, which both of the other 2 were started with the intention of being short one-shots. One of them is now 10k, so it's 10k and I've done like 2 events and it's not stopping anytime soon. But I stopped writing that one because it was being a bitch, because the problem is there's a bunch of different voices and that I can't use like any different formatting for or anything, and a lot of them have very similar... Because it was a sort of earlier piece, so a lot of them have very similar speech styles as well, because you don't necessarily get much of it from the games for them, so it's just kind of like, I need to revamp that at some point so that their speech is, like, the talking style is different, so it's not so shit. But it's a train wreck, and it's a disaster, and I love it dearly, and I'm gonna pick it back up at some point. Yeah, that's the first one, the 10k one, and that one is Ghost with Ghosts, essentially. It was inspired by another fic that I read from somebody else. Well, 2 fics technically, because there were 2 separate ones, where Ghost using the Dream Nail and killing the Dreamers / absorbing the Dream Warriors had them as, like, part of them. So, like, they're in Ghost's head. And they were, like, really short little one-shots, and I wanted to expand the concept a bit, but not, like, much. And now it's 10k and not stopping anytime soon.
That's fantastic.
But I need to go back and revamp that a bit, because it's a bit of a train wreck. But then there's the second one that I started a bit more recently, that was supposed to only be really short, and now it's looking to be at minimum like a 4-parter with really long chapters. Hey Shard, yeah, Kali's here now.
Hey Shard.
But yeah, that one...
Kali's back now.
That one is looking to be a 4-parter with long as fuck chapters. And the reason for... And the thing that's really fun about it, though, is the amount of times that I'm using copy-paste is hilarious, because the entire point of it is that it uses one of the lines of dialogue from the, one of the lines of the lore tablets, void the force that defies time, or something like that, it says. And I'm like, hey, introducing the perfect setup for a time loop fic.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
So I started working on that, and I started messing about with some things, and it hasn't fucking stopped. And the only reason I have problems writing it at the minute is that I don't want to write the full fucking game story, because it will drive me insane. But it's a lot of fun to try and mess with, and at some point I need to sit down and go back to that, maybe with the sprint bot. And like, aside from the fact that I also need to finish SEW at some point, and like, really am getting kind of close to the end of that, but I'm also basically out of buffer and need to sit on my ass and do some of that.
Right.
It's really bad. I've got 2 chapters. I haven't written anything since the binge last week. Like, you know, the one where I did fucking 80% of a chapter in one evening and then finished the rest of it off the next day. Yeah, I haven't written anything since that. Yeah, it was great, but I haven't done anything since. I should get onto that. Where's my fucking...
I haven't written anything since that one jackass.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Which makes me feel like a complete failure as a human being, but that's
No,
okay.
that's fair. I'm a big mood of that. You know what we need to do? We should install the fucking sprint bot in Heck, and we just use that. We just install the sprint bot in Heck for like 1 or 2 races against each other to get our asses in gear with writing. That's what we should do. It might work as well, that's the best part. Because the thing with the sprint bot is it really does inspire that feeling of competitiveness, like, I've got to beat this motherfucker. So it's like a disaster zone when you try and do it. But yeah, it might work, it'd be funny.
It would be funny, it would probably work.
Yeah.
But no, definitely, I've just been obsessed with this idea now that of a little ghost that if they ever learn to speak, is always speaking in we us instead of I me.
What's up, bitch? It's the royal we.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Posse said last night too, is technically because they're royalty, now they can use the royal we, and it's also like completely accurate.
Yeah, that actually is kind of great. Yeah, competitive writing.
The funny thing is because like Hornet grew up in the castle and stuff, she would be like completely used to the royal we and wouldn't understand that when Little Ghost is saying we, they literally do mean
we,
us.
Plural.
All
Actual
of
us. Yeah. Competitive writing. We'll get the 3 of us into a fucking bot channel and we just fight against Sprintbot for a bit.
God, that would be great. Also,
hey, Cub.
hi Cub. Welcome back.
Yep, welcome.
Yep.
Kali's here now. And I was being a piece of shit, but other than that, not really.
I told her about the thing, Posse.
Yeah, we were talking about Hollow Knight
she
stuff.
liked it.
It's great, yeah. I might steal it for the time loops one. Or alternatively, alternatively, I won't use that one. I'll use it for the ghosts one, because then it is also a fucking plurality Wii. And it would work great. Yeah, sure, that counts. Pages on pages of maniacal laughter counts perfectly. So you know something we were joking about right at the start?
What up?
Is I made a joke about, imagine if I got the shiny in the bit where Kali wasn't here and she joins, it's just like, turn off fucking SoulSilver, we're going to go play Gen 6. It's
God.
like, we're free.
We're free! I don't know how much you people can hear my eating noises, and I'm sorry. I am
No,
so
it's fine.
sorry.
It's fine, and besides, I just punched the mic while drinking, so it's fine. Like, genuinely, at this point, everybody- we've said it before, and I'll say it again till the end of time, everyone knows that if you want something faintly professional, you don't come to these streams. Go anywhere else, but don't come here on a Thursday night. I mean, to be fair, it's Friday, but usually it's Thursday, so... If you weren't asking for a disaster, then you really probably wouldn't be here.
Yeah. These streams are the best, though.
Yeah, they're great. They're a fucking train wreck, but it's like a good train wreck, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's the kind of disaster that is like, it's halfway a disaster on purpose. Like if you go to a circus.
Fuck me, is
something...
it? Hang on. Discord compression on Kali voice is terrible on my end.
No, fuck off.
You're not allowed to do that. That's a bit rude, cause...
Chard says there's not really anything you can do about it.
I think it's just shitty internet then, probably. Which is,
God damn it.
you know, great. I'm on the cable. You'd think it'd be a bit better, but apparently Friday night is just bad internet night.
Rude.
Oh well, then back home in like a couple of weeks it'll be fine again. We just use the
It'll
shitty
be
home internet
fine.
instead. On the plus side, there won't be any fucking weird-ass parties going on in the other room. I don't know what's going on, but there's loud noises
Wait, are
and
they
someone was
having
playing.
another party?
Well, I don't know, but someone was playing a keyboard earlier.
The fuck?
I don't know. It's kind of great though.
I have questions.
So do I. I don't want an answer to any of them though. Although I am tempted to put the stream down for a minute, go get a cup or something, so I can put my tea in it, and I'll just be like, what the fuck is going on in here? But I think if I do that, I'll get dragged into a conversation by accident, and I don't really feel like doing that, so.
That's 100% fair.
Either they're playing, like, Cards Against Humanity while drunk or something, or, like... I don't even
that's
know.
A mood.
Yeah, that is fair. You don't need to listen to both sides. Because you're still getting the same audio both ends, it's just that one of them is slightly less cheese.
Well, I would offer to, rip the audio out of my bit and send it to you so that you can just, like, rip the audio out of the back half of yours.
Yeah, I could do that.
But that would be a pain in the ass and
Correct.
also a really big audio file.
Yeah, it's like, might as well just listen to the potato. To be fair, you sound fine to me, so it's apparently just Twitch is Twitch. Which is great.
So it should be fine on the recording then.
Yeah, in theory.
Unless you have to pull the recording off Twitch.
No, I have it recording this week, so as long as it doesn't go fuck tight up, it's fine. Yeah, we'll see what happens afterwards. I'll probably check it post-stream just to see how bad it is.
Yeah, that works.
If it's too terrible, then so be it, though, like...
Is it sad that I really want to get that shiny as a Zubat so I can name it Snapple?
That was actually kind of great as a name.
That was one of the ones that actually got reserved.
Did it?
So, yeah, somebody reserved Snapple.
Haha, that's great.
And it's just like, that is the perfect green Zubat name.
It is, yeah. Also, that reminded me to look down at my notepad because I had things written down for talking. And pretty much all it is, so you know how yesterday we cancelled the stream? That one is more directed at chat than Kali, but obviously both. So the reason I did that is because I socialised for 5 fucking hours, which is a record pretty much, because I don't do that very often. Like, especially not in person. It's like, what the fuck? And it bodes very well, because the person I was talking to is one of my flatmates for next year, who before now I basically only really spoke to online. So, you know, it bodes well for the fact that we're going to be living together next year. Sure, we could keep most of our socialisation online, but also, like, we're going to be living in the same building. Being able to hold a conversation with this person is a good thing. because it means that I avoid shit like this shit happening, where I just feel really awkward around all of these other people in my building. But yeah, so like straight up 5-ish hours of just talking, pretty much. But we also spent a shit ton of time watching stuff. One of the things that ended up happening was she was explaining Yu-Gi-Oh! At one point, because a couple of the people we're going to be living with next year are really big Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans, so she was kind of explaining where to start. Okay, enjoy Mahjong. Good luck.
Have fun with Mahjong.
Yeah, have fun. But she was kind of explaining, like, the good series to watch and stuff, and, like, which ones are better and which ones are worse, and, like, kind of giving me a lowdown on all of it, and that was a great fucking experience. But, like, straight up, it alternated between, like, us talking and us watching shit on her computer. We watched the first episode of, what's it fucking called? Oyan Host Club?
Oh, fuck yes!
Yeah, we watched...
such a good show.
It was great, yeah. We watched the first episode of that, and then we watched the abridged version, because you have to.
Of course you have
There's
to.
a Pokemon reference in it, which was fucking funny. And then... So we watched that, and then we watched the entirety of the Pokemon Twilight Wings series, which I'd meant to watch at one point, and then just forgot to.
The what?
It was a YouTube exclusive series that had 7 episodes, and then there was an 8th episode back when the DLC started coming out, or the second part of the DLC came out for the Crown Tundra. There was an 8th episode that come out. We should watch that at some point. That would be fucking great. They're not that long. They're literally like 5 minutes a piece sort of thing. They're really short.
Yeah, we should watch that.
So but yeah, they're great.
Damn it, Shard.
Yeah, half the mods away, also known as Only Posse is here. And I guess technically the streamer, so 1/3 of the mods really. But yeah, like, we watched all of those, which was fun. And then we talked a bit more, and then we started talking about Ben 10, and it turns out that well, I have mod powers, so it counts, sort of. And then we started talking about that as well, because apparently my new flatmate is mad on that as well. And literally it just came from a passing reference of the fact that I need to catch up with that series again at some point, because I intend to use Spider Monkey for something I'm writing, and she just went on a bound about that, and it was great. And, there's a YouTube channel that she introduced me to, the Ink Tank, I think they're called, that does...
I think I've heard of them.
Yeah, so they do world-building stuff on a lot of the Ben 10 stuff. Yeah, and they take, like, actual canon info and then mix it in with stuff that they've made up, and it's really good. And we watched the Halloween special of that while we were up there.
Nice.
And literally, it was, like, such a train wreck. It was a great conversation. Apparently, she writes a Ben 10 fanfic.
Excellent.
It's OC-centric and a train wreck and a half from what I understand, but it's great. Yeah, the shiny counter makes me sad as well on both our streams. It's just depressing.
Sorry, Shard.
Yeah, also I passed 666.
I keep forgetting to increment.
Oh, rip. Oh, I passed 666 again, which is a shame.
That's rude.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it was a fucking hell of a conversation. And we didn't really go anywhere or anything, but like, I got back and I was like, holy shit, I'm dead. Originally the plan was as well, we were going to meet at the bus stop, go into town, get the train to Liverpool and go get ice cream in Liverpool. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I think I would have died if I'd have actually done that on the first one, because 5 hours of talking, plus like just wandering around Liverpool. But we ended up not doing that in favour of hanging about in the upstairs of the hub instead. And it was great too, because like the first part of the meeting was slightly awkward, because it was like we brought our Switches and things with the intent of doing maybe some Dynamax adventures or something. We weren't really sure, but we bought them anyway. And I just sat down and I'm like, I'm upstairs next to the flags, person in the green shirt with the headset on. And she pops up and it's like, I know I'm wearing all black, this isn't usually what I wear, but it's like, you know, just in case it's not a thing. And one of the best parts was the fact that she was like, so originally I was planning on getting dressed up, and then I realised we're going to be living together next year and you're going to see me looking like a train wreck anyway, so I figured what was the point? And I'm just like, honestly, that's fair. Like, that's a really big point, like, yeah. Like, because I actually tried to look half decent, at least a little bit, but she was just like, yeah, we're going to be living together next year anyway, you're going to see me in a disaster zone, so it's like, why the fuck try for a decent first impression at that point?
Right, like half the time I'm just gonna be wandering around in my pajamas.
Yeah, it's like, who gives a shit? But yeah, it was kind of great, because literally, like, that YouTube channel is really good at, like, I don't know loads about Ben 10, so I don't know, like, what is canon information versus what wasn't, but tons of stuff was, like, made up for that, and it was kind of really neatly woven into things, so that it didn't sound in any way fake. Like, it all sounded like it probably could have come out of, like, the extended universe stuff for the TV show.
Right.
It was really well done,
It's
and I intend to watch
real
some
neat.
more of those.
It's always real neat when they manage to do stuff like that.
Yeah, world building is always one of my favourite things. Like, I love listening to people do world building for stuff, because it's so good, and it's funny too, because I never gave a shit at first.
You missed it. The other day, Kara actually asked me a question, and it said, I had to ask Yace a question about it. I was like, hey Yace, where is a place in my world that would use monster parts instead of mining for, like, armor and weapons and shit?
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
Right? And so we went off on this hour-long just conversation about, like, the world and where stuff is and what stuff has happened where, and like the socio-political climates of each of the countries. Jesus. And stuff like that. So now I know how the tectonic plates of my world work.
It's really funny because that sort of stuff is the thing that I could listen to for hours. Like, I could happily just sit here and just grin and just be like, yes, keep going. Just for forever. But it's like, I never used to give a shit.
The whole time. Kara was listening the whole time, so I'm just like, I am so sorry. And he's just like, that was great, are you kidding me? And I'm like,
I know, it's always, like, really good like that.
For an hour.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, I love listening to people world build, especially when they're really enthusiastic about their world. Like, that was one of the things that was really funny about yesterday was my new flatmate, she was doing loads of the talking, and she kept going, like, please stop me if you think if I'm talking too much or anything. And I'm like, no, please keep going, because the palpable excitement when she's talking about this, like, both talking about the, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff, but also talking about the fic that she writes, like, the palpable excitement was just like, I am having so much fun just listening to you talk about this, that it's great. Like, I could happily just listen for an age, because, like, you're clearly so hype about this. And it's like, it's the same with a lot of stuff, is like, a lot of people can just, they have the sort of enthusiasm that lets you just listen to them talk about this bullshit. Like, you can talk about the most boring crap possible, and it's just great. Like, hell, we had that thing with Danny Phantom the other week where it was like, I know shit about this show. Beforehand, I probably couldn't have cared less, but the amount of palpable excitement in the fucking chat when we were talking about it was like, damn, I actually want to watch this now, because this sounds like fun.
It is so
Because it's so,
fun.
like, it's just insane. Like, do I know the entire main plot now? Yeah. Am I gonna watch it anyway? Yeah, probably, because it was just so much fun to listen to.
Also, Shard, I doubt it.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, to be fair, we might be. There's a chance I might get a shiny before we hit that point.
Yeah, but the likelihood of me getting a shiny
seems rather pitiful, honestly. No offense.
No. Yeah, that's correct. I am at egg number 780 now.
Jesus. What the fuck is your luck? Why is it so bad?
You want to know what's even better?
Yeah?
I got a shiny Toxtricity through fucking Wonder Trade before I hatched a goddamn shiny Toxel.
Wow. I'm sorry. Yeah, that should be a 50% chance point, yeah. Math is hard. But yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare doing this. But on the plus side, in theory, Gen 6 will go faster, and you won't have as many of this fucking stuff. I don't know, is that a positive or a negative? Like, on the plus side, faster shinies. On the minus side, it means that we've got to figure out something else to do podcasts for, because we might finish that game faster. Like, what the fuck would we pick up after that for this?
I don't know. We could do some random weird-ass shit with, like...
Randomizer Soul Link? I don't know. We could do one of those. It would fucking suck, but we could do it.
I don't know. What's another game that we could do that would just, like... I mean, we could bullshit in Minecraft, but that would require you to have a slightly better computer.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, the odds are terrible.
Yeah, the odds are... I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, honestly, hooking up the universal randomizer to something and doing a soul link could be fun.
I don't know what a soul link is.
Nuzlocke rules, but if one person dies, the other one dies.
RIP! Oh, man.
Okay, see you, Cub.
Hi, Cub. Thank you.
Well, to be fair, you can't get shinies
at my
in Gen 1.
goddamn computer screen.
I've done that before, don't worry. Honestly, like, genuinely, a lot of the time when I leave voice chat, I do that. Or, like, when I'm doing streams, actually, the little ta-ta bit I do at the end, for some reason, I do, like, a little salute-y thing, and I don't know why. But it's just what I do. It's just like, yeah, why am I doing that?
Okay, Annabelle.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing that, but it is just a thing now.
God. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
wait, who is in chat currently? Can I talk about Annabelle with you right now, or is
Yeah, I
that
think so.
illegal?
I think the only person who could theoretically have that be illegal is Posse, but I think they're also in a meeting.
Okay,
I think
cool.
Posse's in a meeting still, so he's probably muted, so you're probably fine. Unless Kara
So
shows up.
I had a thought about the whole thing about what we were doing with her hands.
Mm-hmm.
And it occurred to me, you know, she was probably actually
Oh, hang on,
taught
actually.
how to take- Huh.
I was about to say, it depends, is Kara going to listen to the fucking VoDs of these?
I don't know.
That's a sudden realization, isn't it?
Fuck.
No, it's fine, we're just talking about D&D and trying to figure out if it's illegal. But yeah, no, she probably was, that is a good point, yeah, so we could probably figure
like,
that out.
Yeah,
We're gonna
because
work
it,
around
like,
this really
occurred to me-
obliquely now to make sure Kara doesn't accidentally figure things out if he watches
Right.
any of this shit.
It occurs to me there's about 4 or 5 different ways that she could take care of herself like that.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't use one of them simply because it would be a really recognizable smell.
Oh, yeah, that's a point. Yeah. We're gonna absolutely be hanging about after the stream talking about this one.
Yeah, we need to talk about this one because
this one is gonna be
yeah.
good. Yeah, this here you go, here's another example of the fucking world building thing that I was on about earlier. Like, I wouldn't have thought fucking twice about that, but yeah, like, ta-da.
Yeah.
There's one right there. But yeah, no, rolling back onto the world building thing actually for a moment, it is funny because originally when I started writing, I couldn't give less of a shit about my world building. And like when I did my EPQ project, which again, that was only 2 years ago. I started like the stuff for that nearly 3 actually. Nearly 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years this September, which is a nightmare and a half and I hate it. Holy shit, my world building for that novel is horrible because I didn't think about it much. Like, none of the cities are particularly well thought out. There's one city that has a demon population nearby, and just, it's a common thing that they'll just show up in the town. Demons are mentioned, described in detail, but they don't really pop up again aside from the fucking dragon that's a plot point at one area, and that's it. And it's like, do you have any idea of the sort of shit I could have done with that if I wanted to? Like, I wasn't.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it wasn't supposed to be long. Was half the problem. Was I was writing this in a very short period of time just for a project grade, so I wasn't thinking that hard about it. But if I ever go back to that shit for like a rewrite for something, holy crap! The amount that you could do in like supplementary stuff with those guys would be really interesting. And I just didn't think about it. I have drawings of the 2 of them that I did. I used fucking Pokemon inspirations for my, like, the base form of the art and everything because it was a nightmare.
Right.
And I couldn't draw properly to save my life at that point. And it was just like, do you have, I just did not give a single shit about any of it. There's one area that has, like, massive monsoons. Did I think about, like, maybe the implications of some of that? No, they just got mentioned and it rolled with it. Didn't think of it. Didn't care. Like, it was
Pix,
so
you're hurting
bad.
my soul.
I know, and it's like, that was only a couple years ago. But then there's other things where, like, I will happily sit down and think about the implications of things like that, but a lot of the time my problem is I need a second person to do it. Because I need another person to ask the questions, because my brain doesn't ask those questions for me.
Right.
So it's like if
Sort
I
of
want
like
to
how
do
I
proper,
did that one time,
yeah, like
right?
how you did with the shifter thing, where I sent the base document over, and you sat there and questioned the shit out of it until we had something a bit more coherent. And that's pretty much what I end up needing because my brain doesn't ask those questions a lot of the time.
Right. Well, mine doesn't ask the questions about my own stuff either. It's like I have to, unless it comes up, and
You
then
don't think about it.
Yeah, because I'm just like, okay, and this is how it works. And then it comes up and somebody's like, well, can I make it do this then? And I'm like, wait, shit. And suddenly I'm just off on this 1.5 hour long tangent of it works like this and it does this and it has this impact and it does this thing and that other thing and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a reason that editors and betas are really highly prized, because they are so good at what they do.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, fucking hats off to those people. They're really good at it.
Okay, do you want to hear about Lindhem?
The fuck is that? But both what you just said and what the fuck is going on in my kitchen right now.
I don't know, but it sounds like screaming. Is someone
It's
being
laughing,
murdered?
I think. They're laughing, so I think they're drunk. I don't know what's going on. But that was definitely laughter, so I think it might be drunk cards? Question mark?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
So
I don't know, and I'm too afraid to find out at this point.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
If I get away from this
Lindhem-
in a week, it's fine. I don't care anymore, just leave me alone.
Hats the pics.
Yeah, right, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. You remember that city that Kara was talking about? That he's like, I love it and I hate it?
Yeah.
I hate it so much. Do you want to hear about it?
Yeah, let's
and why
go.
he hates it? Okay, so Lindhem is the capital of Nazalm, right?
Yep.
It's the capital of that place that you had just been passing through.
Mhm.
They run a massive slave market.
Of course.
Yes, they do. Their city is clean and beautiful and wonderful. It's one of the cleanest places you've ever been. Like, it's great. The streets are clean, there's no garbage, there's no homeless people, there's no vagabonds, nothing, right?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful city. It also has been divided into 8 districts that are all separated by walls and gates. There's the outer districts and the inner districts. And every citizen has a pass that will let them through specific gates. And every visitor has a pass that will let them through specific gates. If you are caught in a district that you do not have a pass for, you are arrested. If you cannot pay your bail, you are indentured as a servant to the city until your debt is paid, or if your debt is too high, you are sold.
I see. Oh dear.
So, the way they keep the homeless, like, people from being homeless and the way they keep the streets all clean and all this stuff is there are slaves at regular intervals on the streets that just stand there, and it's their job to, if a horse takes a crap, pick up the crap. If there's someone tosses trash on the ground, they pick up the trash.
I'd make a
If
joke
you're-
about the Batarians here, but honestly...
It's pretty fucking horrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Currently the,
Could also see why Kara would hate this.
Oh,
Both
Kara
in and
hated
out
it.
of character.
Yeah. In character, he hated it because it was this beautiful place over this scum. Just absolute scum.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm telling you this stuff now is because this is stuff that you could know in character.
Yeah, because traveling characters, ladies and gents, they pick shit up.
Yeah. Do you not want me to do this right now? Because we could not do this right now.
We can talk about it, I don't mind. It's up to
Okay.
you, really, because obviously it's your world, so if you want to talk about it on stream, and obviously you can, it's absolutely down to you. The only reason, like, obviously if, like, somebody... Because sometimes we get runes, sometimes we get things like that, so that'd be the only reason I'd be
they would-
cautious, is if, like, you don't
Their
necessarily
characters
know
are
if they
also
would know.
traveling.
Yeah, obviously,
their
but it's
characters
like...
are also traveling, so they would, at some point, they would run into it.
Yeah, that was the only thing I'm thinking is, like, that you obviously have to be a bit careful of, like, depending on would these people know these things, do we want to talk about this now?
Yeah. Well, plus I trust all of you guys to not use out-of-character information in character.
That's fair.
You're all pretty good at that.
And then there's me, who's never played this game before in her life, and you have no fucking basis for this argument.
I think you'd be good at it.
Probably. I
And
can try.
if you're not, I'll remind you.
That's fair. I'm gonna need so many new notebooks. The shop, the student union shop is opening again on Monday, along with the Subway, which I'm so down for. I'm absolutely getting a fucking Subway finally. It's opening again and I love it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go, because they have notepads for like £1 there, and they're really good notepads. They're like primary school math book style, and it's like, it's a very specific aesthetic. And it's like, yes, perfect, I'd like 60. And like I say, they're only like £1, so I'm gonna go down and get a ton of them and like maybe some pens. I don't need any more pens, I'm not getting more pens. But like, I'm definitely going down there to get more notebooks, and it's gonna be great.
I need more notebooks.
Yeah. But the funny thing is I have a notebook, but it's because it's initialed, right? So I'm specifically keeping it for like a special thing. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm keeping it for it.
Right.
It's one of those notebooks. Can't use it for that. It's got to be used for something specific. Do we know what that is? No.
It's a special notebook.
The notebook is too pretty for all of these notes. Oh god.
Exactly.
Posse's making notes again.
What? No,
Posse.
why? Why are you making notes?
You're about to get a box that show up at your fucking house with 6 tons of notebooks in it.
God damn it.
There's gonna be a sudden appearance of 6 tons of notebooks, and it's like, oh dear.
Christ. But no, so in the end, we figured out how the tectonic plates move. And so I had to change, because you remember how I always described the Undercity in Vraka as like this big cavern?
Yeah.
Vraka sits right next to a tectonic plate.
Oh.
Which is currently active.
Oh, that's even better.
So,
definitely not that
the
anymore.
The Undercity isn't a big cavern anymore. It's more like a honeycomb of caves and connected tunnels and stuff. Because that way, if there's ever a big earthquake, like the little ones they get on a regular basis, the entire upper city doesn't just fall into the hole.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Let's not accidentally dump it into the abyss. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, Gase is like, you know what a sinkhole looks like? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, your whole city is gonna do that. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a honeycomb now.
Not anymore, it's not. I have retcons for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna uplift those fucking demons and I'm gonna shove them in my alien collection. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna uplift the demons and shove them in the alien collection for a bit because they deserved a lot more.
Those demons deserved better.
Yeah, they really did. I don't know if you ever saw... No, I don't think anybody ever saw the fucking drafts for that piece of shit. Yeah, it's a nightmare of a fucking story, and honest to God, I have the original plot plan, and like the revamped one that... Because I had an original plan where I planned it out chapter by chapter, and then as I wrote it, when things started changing, because the chapters would have been too short with the original plan, or too long with the original plan, I basically wrote summaries of each chapter as a redone chapter plan, essentially, to kind of say, this is how things changed, so I could use it in my comparison data later. And... Yeah. Ha 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 ha. There's one chapter that is an exposition dump, which, you know...
Oh, well, those are always fun.
Yeah, it's story written, and it's not awful, but it's not good. Yeah. It's not my best work, I'll say that. And that's really, really sad to say when it was literally a year ago that I wrote that, and I was depressed that I was getting a shit grade on it because I thought it was really good. Considering that I only had 50,000 words to work with. Because I couldn't make like an SEW-style novel, I had to do it actually compressed. So, you know, like a real novel that's like 40 to 60k. Right. You know, for the sort of people that don't read that sort of shit in an afternoon. or hell, even like 2 hours.
Are there people that don't read that in like 2 hours?
Yeah, there's people that don't read that in like 2 hours. My mum is one
There's
of them,
people-
for example. She reads the... To be fair, her books are also shitty romance novels, so I wouldn't have to blame her if she had to put the book down every now and then to just breathe and pretend that she's actually got a sane fucking story. But, no, seriously, I've tried to read some of the shit that she downloads. Mostly by accident, because it shows up on my Kindle occasionally, and it's just like, why? It's bad. None of this is good.
I don't know. I mean, maybe sometimes you just crave trash.
Yeah, I do fucking crave trash. I usually get it from fanfic. They're usually better.
That's what crack fics are for.
Yeah. Plus the shitty fanfic is still usually better, which is the worst part.
I know. It's depressing.
If I want something truly shit, I open the ABO tag.
Why would you do that to yourself?
That's a good question. I don't know. Although actually, to be fair, one of the fucking Frost Iron authors that I read did one of those. And it's actually really good, because basically they just ignored everything and made it fucking fluff, like Tony Loki fluff instead, and I'm like, okay, I can take that. I was like...
Now I can't stop thinking about this one stupid
Have I tortured you?
Darcy Winter Soldier one that I read when I first found out about the ABO. And
oh god. Actually, speaking of stupid Darcy fucking booky ones, is I found a series of them. It's a 17 like chapter story, and then a bunch of like one shots and two shots and stuff after it, and then a couple of like full-length sequels. So it's like a proper universe. It's like 30 friggin' pieces. And it's actually not bad either. That's the thing. It's a Darcy as Tony's kid one as well, which is always fun. I don't know why that's so common. That's the thing. Like, I don't understand why is that so common. I don't know. There's some decent ones. That one is actually fairly one of them. And yeah, it's so fucking ridiculous. Also, Darcy kind of got accidentally roped into working for S.H.I.E.L.D. Still a better fight than what happened to her in WandaVision.
What happened to her in WandaVision?
See, you remember what her degree is?
Political science.
Yeah, no, she's an astrophysicist now. Because,
What?
you know, political science is definitely not something that could ever have been useful at any point. Cough, Civil War, cough. Yeah, she's an astrophysicist now because Jane is being Thor in the new one. There's a Thor, yeah, Thor Love and Thunder is it's called. It's not out yet, but it's the comic arc of Jane as Thor. So that's gonna be fun. That's coming out soon. But yeah, so naturally she's an astrophysicist now because Jane is no longer fucking fulfilling that role, so you gotta have a scientist. It's a pain in the ass, and we had a rant about it in the Marvel Discord.
Me.
Yeah,
Kill me.
that's pretty much what we said as well. Promptly followed by, fuck, this is going to be all fake feminism, isn't it? When we realised what Thor Love and Thunder was, and then we looked at the comics a bit more in depth, and we were like, yeah, this is going to be fake feminism. Excellent, bring me my alcohol. We'll make a drinking game out of all of the times that they put a man down in order to make Jane seem better. We'll also die of alcohol poisoning within 3 episodes.
I was gonna say...
And 3 is me being generous to it, by the way. We're assuming that we're not taking vague, like the vague illusions as actual drinks as well. But yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare. Can't wait. I still need to watch half of these shows. I need to get round to catching up because I'm gonna be dragged to watch the fucking new Doctor Strange when that comes out.
I refuse. I'm gonna watch it on its own as a standalone.
I'm probably getting kidnapped to watch it in cinema knowing my luck. Because here's the thing, like I say, a bunch of Marvel lunatics are in my flat next year as well. So if I'm not caught up, I'm probably going to be made to caught up, get caught up rather, and it's very likely that we'll get dragged to watch that in cinema. Honestly, I don't care too much so long as we get, like, honest to God, if Wanda keeps up with the fucking hero run after the end of WandaVision, though, I'm going to drink heavily. The WandaVision in general is a reason to drink heavily, but if they continue to try and pull the she's a hero thing, I'm genuinely going to vomit and then probably drown myself in vodka.
Yeah,
Which is pretty impressive. I don't like vodka, so you know.
How have you decided you don't like vodka?
Well, I've never really properly had it, so it's the sort of I don't like because I've never tried it sort of thing, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'll still drink it at that point.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I am very much annoyed by their decisions. Honest to God, I think there was an OSP tweet that said it best. I really wish that I had the balls to fuck up time travel as hard as Endgame did.
Right?
Like, I'm gonna have to find that tweet at some point, just to kind of share it, but like, they had 3 mutually exclusive sets of rules in the movie, I'm pretty sure. Like 3 or 4 mutually exclusive fucking rule sets. And I'm like, guys, have you ever heard of coherency, consistency, at all? Any of it? Do you know what that is?
Obviously not.
New 52. I'm scrolling through my Twitter feed, yes.
Hey, Pix.
Yeah? Something in the chat?
Check my chat.
Check your chat?
Yeah.
What's in chat?
Yeah.
Ooh, Pokemon Showdown. Ooh, probably. I like Pokemon Showdown. It's fun.
I figured you might. I have no idea, so...
Yeah,
I've
you
never
don't...
done Pokemon Showdown.
I need to introduce you to that sometime. It's good. To be fair, I probably would, but I'm way too lazy to actually put together teams at the minute. I've just been
That's
playing...
fair.
I've been playing free-for-alls recently. It's way less work. Fucking
That's
come
fair.
on Twitter, please load more post tweets so that I can find this fucking thing. All I want to do is find this tweet about these idiots.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never done Showdown in my life. Sorry, man.
Yeah, I think I just incremented twice. Yes, I did. I'm good at this. Fix that, please. Can I just go to the right YouTube channel so that I can find this tweet? Can I also push the buttons properly? That would help. The problem is that this was like absolutely forever ago and I don't think I saved the tweet.
Oh dear.
Which is a shame. Right, it's before these.
You know, with such a long... Oh, there we go.
Yeah? Oh, was it something to do with your encounters?
Yes.
Excellent.
Hey!
Hey! What's up?
Yeah, posse, things are going on over here too. I just, I was in a really big hurry to get in because, I was really late.
It's fine. I don't give a shit.
Well, I do.
What the fuck is going on here? Oh, somebody's shouting about
Thank you for the resub.
Ah!
That is a solid year streak. A 12-month streak. Holy
That's
crap.
disgusting. I love it. Okay, I found it, and it turns out I
Thank
did
you
like
so
the
much,
tweet, so I could have
Posse.
found it better by going through my liked tweets than the fucking
Nice.
channel. Yeah, remember when Endgame was like, you can't keep the time heisted Infinity Stones because leaving a timeline without one will make it disintegrate or be consumed or something, and then left the main timeline with exactly 0 Infinity Stones and no one commented on it. Feels like that movie handled its time travel logic by making sure there wasn't any, and while normally I'd respect the audacity, I personally don't think it's a great idea to write a story your audience can't think about for more than 5 minutes. It's like, honestly, I wish I had the audacity to do that. Yeah, I had a whole multi-tweet mini essay on how time travel annoys me, but it boils down to timelines are clearly established to branch when changed, allowing for wacky heist hijinks, except when Cap uses it to marry Peggy and it changes the main timeline instead. My hot take is the time heist plotline was written solely as a cute way to give the audience some fun fan service of Marvel movies past as a big metasexual closing act for the MCU saga, which explains the in-universe Watsonian explanation being paper thin and going up its own ass twice. It's like, yeah. Honestly.
That's excellent.
Yeah, like, genuinely, the thing is I would respect the audacity of having their time travel essentially work with the rules don't make any fucking sense, but it's the fact that they tried to make it make sense, except they also retconned it. And, like, sure, we use interview canon not being canon quite a lot, because if you can't get it from the movie and it needs an interview to be clarified, then I don't think that it's very good canon and it probably should be clarified in a movie. Right? Makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
It's like when you have a novel, right? If you can't specifically get that canon from reading the book and it comes from the fucking author saying it after the fact, people get pissy. Or people do it in fanfic. Word of God doesn't count.
Word of God doesn't count as canon. If it's not in the story and it cannot be extrapolated from the story, it's not canon.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Like, I can understand it for stuff to do with, like, really obscure bullshit that there's no way it would have come up. But when it is a central fucking plot point like time travel, yeah, it kind of needs to be done in there. Honestly, something that I actually think would have made it really good is if they had it that the time travel rules adjusted themselves. So, you know how the Infinity Stones have the Time Stone, yes? And how it's usually implied semi that the Time Stones, the Infinity Stones seem to have some sort of sentience to them?
Yeah.
At least please see Ultron, who we're never really sure if it's the Mind Stone that ate Jarvis and gave itself sentience that way. Which it shouldn't be, considering that there was one before it eats Jarvis. If it's something to do with Hydra or something to do with Thanos. That's a fun theory I've seen, is that Thanos left it there as a sort of trap. So if Loki actually did manage to squeam out of getting him both of the stones, the Mind Stone, like there was an intelligence in the Mind Stone left as a trap that would bring it in. Yeah, basically what the fuck was the idea exactly? Let me see if I can explain it. Basically, the idea was if Loki can get out of the mind control, Thanos leaves a backup plan intelligence in the Mind Stone, so that if Loki manages to get away with both of them, thus leaving Thanos with 0 stones, the Mind Stone would work to get itself back to Thanos itself, and also try and open its own bridge to Earth in the meantime, basically doing the exact same thing Loki was supposed to do. Just less effectively. And I like that idea. It's a pretty good one. Yeah, it's an interesting one.
That is kind of cool.
But yeah, like, one thing that I think would have been nice is if the time travel rules were explicitly retconning themselves.
Right.
So, and that explains the audacity of their bullshit being the rules are paper thin and squeamish. Like, what actually happens is they have a specific set of rules. Except after they go back to the past and come forward again, the rules shift because of something that happens in the past. And then it does that again the next time they do it, and things like that. So, like, basically every time travel jaunt back and forth shifts the rules of time travel. Retroactively, in order to kind of... Essentially, like, the rules on time travel are, there are no rules. Except, now that somebody has done something, there's a rule. And now that somebody has done another thing, there's a rule for that. And it kind of adds its own rules as people time travel. So by the time you get to the end of the story, there's a load of rules, and there have always been these rules. Except at the beginning of the story, there weren't any of these rules. Like, that would be an interesting take.
But then you have to take into account all the loops that Stephen Strange did with Dormammu.
Yeah. That's a lot of yelling, sorry. Yeah, like, that's something that it feels like it should have adjusted the rules slightly. Or something.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on a second.
That's fine. I need to think of what the fuck I want to do with that in the Shiftiverse at some point, because that's going to be a fun scenario to sit through. What's up, Dormammu, you piece of shit? How you doing? I hate Dormammu, he's great, but fuck him. Although, to be fair, it is 100% in character that Stephen would deal with his main supervillain by pissing it off. Like, that is 1000% in character.
It really is.
Yeah. Like, what's the most in-character thing in this movie? Him pissing off his supervillain so hard that it leaves.
Fuck it. Y'all can sit here watching my... hold on a second. Alright, there we go. I fixed it. Apparently F3 is the thing that fucking turns on the FPS view.
Ah, sweet.
It is also the thing that unmutes me.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Why does this keep happening?
I don't know! Fucking hates me, that's what it is.
Yeah, apparently. I still think it's fucking funny that at one point your mute button for one thing was the unmute button for the other.
Yeah, that was... It was blow my nose straight into your stream.
It was a train wreck, I love it.
It was the worst.
You know what is fun though? Back to Strange for a moment. What is really fun is that I'm looking so forward to the new movie. It's gonna be so good, but also, dear God, please. We have so many high hopes. Please don't. We don't even have high hopes, actually. The bar is really low. You're gonna have to dig to get under it at this point. Just please. Yes.
Dormammu is an entity.
Fuck, he kinda is, isn't he? There was a genuine, like, really quiet moment of, like, hand on chin, stare at the corner in my, like, room for a moment while I think of that one. I was like, no, yeah, he kinda is. Fuck. Mate, I don't know, actually. Is he an entity or is he more like the fucking QB from Madoka? Like,
yes,
he's a bit of both, I guess. He makes shitty deals for power and then murders you.
I see no reason to believe that QB from Madoka isn't exactly the same thing as an entity. It's just using a different technique because they're trying to prevent the same goddamn thing.
Hello, crossover fuel.
Right?
Someone else can do that, though, because I'm not interested in watching that fucking show.
No, I'm never gonna watch it. Fuck that.
Yeah.
But no, Dormammu was absolutely a goddamn entity, and so that entire set of universes basically got saved by
Somebody
fucking
pissing him
Stephen
off.
Strange being well shit for fucking 4 weeks.
That's so in character and I hate it. I love this.
Hey, Wooded!
Hey, Wooded. Welcome to this bullshit again. I hate it. I hate that you're right. It's perfect. Fuck. Why does that have to be so accurate? I'm so fucking done. That's all this stream ends up as. Ooh, we should. Yes, please. Actually, I need to rewatch it as well at some point, and God help me, I'm never gonna get it done at this rate.
Yeah, fuck it. We haven't figured out what we're watching this Sunday.
Yeah. I'm good.
But Stephen Strange is one of them.
Yeah. Fucking Doctor Strange. Good film. Trainwreck.
Yeah.
I keep meaning, because the thing is I keep meaning to watch them, but the problem is I kind of want to watch them, like, in something of a correct order. Like,
man.
you know, as they came out sort of thing. You know, just to go through them.
If you watch them in the correct order, then you can kind of just watch the entire franchise go down the tubes.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a train. Fucking hell, Willy Wonka and Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
The Gene Wilder Willy Wonka.
Why not? Who gives a shit?
Also, I'm good, Wooded. I'm traumatizing pics. It's great.
Yeah, why wouldn't we do that? That's always a good idea.
You sound so bitter!
Oh, did I? That actually was supposed to be
A
more
little
sarcastic
bit.
than bitter, sorry. I'm amused and laughing slightly, so yeah.
It was just a little bitter.
Excellent. Yeah, Willy Wonka double feature might be a bit much. But I'm absolutely down for watching Steven be a shithead.
Honestly,
either before or after that, I don't care.
I would either say Willy Wonka or Thor Ragnarok because
Oh fuck me, I need to watch that still, but the first time I tried I died of secondhand embarrassment within the first like 10 minutes.
I know,
I got to the theatre and died. Like actually my
promise-
soul left my body.
I promise the rest of it is 8 million times better.
Yeah.
I promise. It's so good.
That's the thing, I can't watch like 80% of these fucking movies anymore because I've just heard all of the shit about them as well. It's like, I've seen so many fanfics that I know about it, and it's like, oh no. Like, I know the plot of fucking Ragnarok. Have I seen the movie? No. Do I know it perfectly though? Pretty much. Because all I can do is fucking read the fanfic.
Right.
And that's the best part about the fics, though, is it's pretty much impossible to derail Thor Ragnarok in those things, because unless you keep Bruce off of the whole fucking off to space thing, it's pretty much impossible to derail it, because it's gonna happen at some point. So it's always something that happens in those fics.
I just want to know how the fuck he managed to get the Quinjet fucking space capable.
We assume wormholes, usually. That's what the common fandom explanation seems to be, is freak wormhole. Possibly involving one of the stones. Of course, the other option is that Hulk somehow managed to fucking modify the Quinjet and fly away, which is impressive as well.
Hulk isn't fucking stupid.
Well, no, but there's not stupid, and there's managed to make a fucking Quinjet space capable from spare parts, you know?
Which is a Tony Stark.
Yeah, that's kind of Tony's thing more than anything.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Oh, you know what? You know what I bet instead?
Yeah.
I bet he got into Elio. I bet he got into Elio and then got picked up by the fucking Ravagers. Oh my god! Thank you, Shar!
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing about as you were trying to say that. You're trying to make a good point and Shard's killing me in the background.
No, it's fine. That's canon, baby.
Yeah, Hulk smash beauty space time.
Beauty space time.
We were talking the other week, this was like a month and a bit ago, we were talking about the fucking World War Hulk comics and stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, no, Hulk really does smash space-time. World War Hulk is a fucking train wreck, by the way. That comic series is a wreck.
Oh yeah?
Well, it starts because Hulk/Bruce got sent away to a different world by the Illuminati. The Illuminati is made up, among other people, among other people, Tony Stark and Stephen Strange are involved in that. Yeah, that entire thing makes no sense if you're only in the Kali stream.
Yeah,
which is always the best part about this. To be fair, it's not like my stream has it any better, because some weeks it's Kali's chat that is talking a lot, so what ends up happening is like I'm dying the things that are happening in the Kali chat, or like we're responding to things that are only in yours, and my stream doesn't get any of that either, so it's like, the VoDs don't make as much sense anymore, but oh well, who gives a shit.
I wonder if it would... Wait, no, because then they'd have to be watching both streams anyway. Never mind.
In theory, we could probably rig something up that let me go. See if I could rig up a way to capture your stream or something, but it would probably involve me actually playing it through my computer.
Well...
Which would be awkward.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna, like, fuck off from catching or hunting for a second.
It's not like we're getting anywhere, might as well. Oh, I wasn't thinking like a bot to repost in both chats. I was thinking something that would let me put Kali's chat on my stream. In like a smaller form or something, like underneath the second.
Here, I'm gonna... Wait, no, I can't switch over to be right back. Fuck!
We're like fucking about with stuff in stream. Who cares?
Let me see if I can actually add a new source. Add... Give me a minute.
Because like what I was thinking is what I'd probably have to do is I'd have to open up my internet browser, open up the Kali stream on that, and then probably use window capture and just rig it down so I'm only capturing the side area with the chat bar.
Right.
It'd be really fucking awkward and probably end up lagging my stream a good amount because I'm trying to play Twitch at the same time, unless I pause the Twitch stream or something and hope for the best. But like, in theory, I could probably rig it. Just be a lot of effort.
Let me see if this works. Nope. Hold on.
Hey, Streamlabs.
Oh my god.
I'm sitting here watching you, like, playing an advert on my stream right now. Yeah, there's probably a solution already on the internet somewhere. Alternatively, multi-Twitch.
Yeah. Okay, fuck it. We're not doing that right now.
Yeah, I also, like, can't see the chat on that if that's what you're trying to get, so rest in peace. We can figure it out later, maybe.
Yeah, we can figure it out later. Fuck it. Well, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's not really that important, honestly. Besides, ever since I remembered, oh yeah, this stream VOD can't see Kali chat, I sort of try and read some of the chat messages when we're talking about them so it gets a bit of context. I need to take my gloves off because everything's too warm.
I really didn't want to just say Hulk has the most impressive breaking wind capabilities. I really didn't want to say that.
That's fair. I want to take my gloves off because it's warm, but also I don't want to because my hands hurt.
Solution. Open window. Cool off.
Yeah, but opening window means loud. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Window was actually open. The funny thing is my window was open earlier, and then I closed it because it was fucking cold in my room. So that was great. Like, I closed it because it was cold as shit.
Why are you snowman sweating at me, Shard? You're the one who said it.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably why. This cursed shit is over here now, too.
Exactly.
What were we even talking about again? What were we on about?
How Dormammu is absolutely an entity.
Yeah, we went from... Oh yeah, I am now boss. That fucking thing, yeah. You know what was funny?
What?
There's a Tumblr post about it. There was a fucking thing that I was going to mention earlier and I forgot completely what it is or what context it was in, but it's something to do with Tumblr. Oh yeah, it was when we were talking about the world building thing. I meant to mention the fucking Dove City, if you know that. There was that thing that I don't know if you've seen that Tumblr post. I'll have to show it you at some point.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Have you seen the one about if all the world's oceans were actually forests?
I have not seen that one. We're gonna have a Tumblr change
God.
if I can find the post.
Yeah. I need to find that post because holy shit, it's amazing.
Yeah, the idea of that one was, so it's a thing that has, it's like a city that has like doves or something, or no, I don't even think it's even doves, it might actually be pigeons. They're like a sacred animal and you can't kill them. So naturally the street should be filled with like bird shit, right? But in order to explain why they're not filled with bird shit, they have this entire really elaborate construct of like, one of the most highly respected jobs is the person who cleans up the pigeon shit, essentially, in the city. And it goes on to talk about how it's like an idea of, they have like little hotels essentially for the birds all over the place, and so naturally the birds shit there instead of all over the city because they've got perfectly happy nests that they can go and sit in all over the place. So like all these other places are struggling with loads of like rodents and shit and problems like that and bird poop everywhere, and then this one city isn't, just because of how they treat the birds. And it's a really interesting like read. I'll have to see if I can find it. It's great.
That's really cool. Yeah, no, basically the only thing is like, this one person was all like, what do you think it would be like if all the world's oceans were actually forests instead? And they were full of just like the deeper you go, the bigger everything gets, and they're full of like megafauna and stuff. And somebody drew this really cool, comic strip thing to go with it. And it was really cool and it really hit me home. So when I actually got selected to write something for a Voltron zine, I actually wrote an AU, a Voltron AU, using that concept of a world where all the world's oceans are replaced with forest.
Yeah, that's cool.
Forest. It was really, really neat, and I really liked the idea. And then the Voltron fandom did what the Voltron fandom did, and I said, I'm never continuing this. Fuck you guys.
That's a mood. Anyway, so the 12-second fart thing. No.
Okay, yes, the 12-second fart thing.
Yeah, I've seen the Tumblr post of that, and it literally, that's all the context that there is in the Tumblr post, is that at one point the guy lets out a 12-second long fart. It brings production completely to a standstill, and it's like, are you alright? I am now, boss. And the only reason it sticks in my mind is the fact that they didn't put a comma between now and boss, and the response after it is like, because there's no comma there, for some reason I read that as Andreas declaring himself as boss after that fart. That's the only reason I remember that post.
Honestly, if he could declare himself king after that fart, and I would have believed him.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. I'm trying to remember where the conversation train went, and I'm remembering now that, yeah, no, this is just normal. I don't know what's going on anymore in the stream, but it's regular. Your regular business showing has arrived, and we're talking about bullshit and getting lost.
Well, no, currently we're talking about farts, apparently.
Yeah, true.
Oh god, that would be the worst. Never mind. We're not talking about farts anymore.
Callie just thought of something too bad and she got sand damage from it.
I did!
Yeah, anyway, so Thor Ragnarok. No, literally, like, the thing with the last, like, all of the movies that I haven't seen, I've read so much fanfic about that I know the plot of them, and it's awful. It's like, oh god. It's like, oh no, I just know how this works. To be fair, the only reason I know anything about WandaVision, which fucking hell, WandaVision, I only know that because there's a rant channel in the MCU Discord, and I read every single message from the start of it to the point where I joined the Discord.
Jesus Christ,
I really wanted to know about this show because I'd heard about it, but I didn't know anything about it. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna read the entire thing. So I did. It didn't actually take that long. It only took like 3 hours, I think. It wasn't that bad.
Nice.
And honestly, some of that was me cross-referencing back to messages that were being replied to figure out what was going on, and then having to find my place again. So that was fun. But yeah, like, holy shit, that show. And to the point where, like, I need to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier at some point. But goddamn. And then, like, just, and then there's so much shit, and it's like, oh no. I have no faith in Marvel at this point. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I had no faith in Marvel starting at Civil War.
Same. I don't even, like, genuinely, the fun thing about Civil War for me is I can't remember if I watched it. I always say, like, oh yeah, I stopped watching Marvel movies about Civil War. But honestly, that's a lie, because I can't remember if I watched it. I can't remember if I sat down. Yeah, I can't remember if I sat down, watched that movie, and walked out of it going, what the fuck was this? Or if I just listened to my brother talk about it enough that I've just imbued enough energy in knowing this film. To the point where I just know it. Yeah, no, the Civil War comics were weird. We were talking about Civil War 2 in the Marvel Discord, and it was like, holy shit.
What?
Okay, yeah, so there's a sequel. It's Tony v Captain Marvel, as in Danvers. And the entire basis of it is that there's some kid who can apparently see the future, right? And Carol is going around arresting people based on his visions of they will commit a crime, essentially. So the kid... Yeah, okay, no, here's the thing. So the kid sees a vision of guy will shoot up a place, and there's some comic strips that I should share with you about how bad it is, but it's a nightmare, and she's going around arresting people based on these visions. So that's bad enough, right? It's preemptively arresting people that technically haven't done anything.
Right.
Except you want to know the real kicker?
Huh.
These visions can be wrong, and they know this. They are well aware.
My God. So he's basically gone nuts.
Yeah, here's the thing. Those visions are more often wrong than right from what I remember of, like, something being mentioned or something like that. There's, like, a really low chance of them actually being correct. But she is aware of this fact, because there is a scene where Tony says to her, like, what if these are only, like, 20% right, 10%? And she just brushes it off.
Wow.
Yeah. It's atrocious. Oh yeah, I was telling you about World War Hulk at one point, wasn't I?
Yes, you were.
Yeah, the Illuminati, which contains people like Tony Stark and Stephen Strange. Already a start, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the entire plot, and I'm probably explaining it badly, but from what I understand, the essential plot is they kicked off Banner/Hulk because of reasons involving him being really dangerous, and from what I understand, though, is like, Strange... Yeah, comic Tony is a piece of shit. The movie one is a bit better. Not much, but he tries. But like...
Fanfic Tony is much better.
Yeah, fandom Tony is way better. God thank the fandom. They're the only people who can do these characters correctly, apparently. But yeah, it's like... So they kicked him off the planet, and the funny thing is like, Strange actually is against doing it, but he goes along with it anyway. Or something. So he ends up on... I think he's actually on Sakaar, the one from Ragnarok. And I'm pretty sure he ends up taking over. And it's really great, though, because it has one of, like, probably my favourite characters, and I've never read the comic, and I don't know her, but she's still my favourite, because Hulk gets married.
Oh, I remember this bit.
Yeah, okay. Hulk gets married, and at one point, like... Yeah, he ends up Gladiator and then eventually King. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, he gets married, and at one point he actually transforms back into Banner because Hulk wanted her to see Banner, and she's still like, yeah, that's fine, just rolls with it. She's so cool, I love her.
That's excellent.
Yeah, it's great. She just essentially ends up dating both of them. And it was actually quite funny because one of the people that was talking about it was like, this is my favourite characters to the point where I'm thinking up how to write an AU where, like, that straight up is what happens. Hook shows up and he's married. It's like Banner shows up on planet after Ragnarok and it's like, yeah, that's my wife, by the way. It's just like, But yeah, it's great. And then there's the sequel part where she gets killed and Hulk goes on a murder spree, which is a fucking train wreck, but whatever.
Yeah. Of course.
Comics
because,
can't have a happy
got
ending.
A fridger.
Yeah. Can't have a happy ending in the comics. Because, you know, you gotta keep selling them somehow, and if you have a happy ending, the comic ends, so it doesn't work.
God, I really want to tell you what I'm gonna do to Bones.
Oh no. This might be a thing of a tell me later, or possibly, like, it depends on how much of a spoiler it's gonna be for me.
Oh god, no. It's not gonna be a spoiler for you at all, but it is 100% a tell you later thing.
Excellent. I'm not going to bed, who cares?
You do actually need to sleep at some point.
Well, yeah, but I've got to upload my shit first, so I'm gonna do that. Hence the not going to bed yet. Man, how's it been so many goddamn encounters? How does this keep happening? How is it nearly 2 hours?
We're really good at bullshitting each other.
Yeah, we really are just really good at accidentally fucking off time for a while. It's great.
This is like one of the highlights of my week, to be entirely honest.
Yeah, same. It's like, yeah, this is one of the best bits of my week. It's 2 hours of us being idiots and talking about stuff.
Yes. I honestly, after a certain point, I literally do not care if anybody else shows up.
Yeah.
At this point. It's just like...
Yeah. It's quite funny because I start the stream like, man, I really hope people show up, and then I get to this point of the stream and it's like, I have 2 viewers in chat, that's fine. Well, I have 4 currently, but it's like, I'll show up, look up, and it's like, yeah, there's 1 person. Eh, whatever. I'm having fun, it's fine.
Oh good, Shard likes it too, so...
That's good.
Excellent.
But yeah, they're just such a fucking train wreck. It's great. But yeah, it genuinely is like one of the best moments of my week, is just the chance to sit down, do something completely mind-numbing, and just talk about stupid crap.
Oh, did you see yesterday? Pi uploaded a new omake.
Yeah, I saw that this morning. Yes! I read that this morning. It's so good!
Gorgeous!
Yeah, it's so good.
It made me so happy.
Yeah, I had a big grin as well, it was great. It's like, hello, my name is Taylor. I'm here to just completely ruin everything. It's great.
I would love to see more of that. Like, that one is one that I would adore to see continued.
There's so many of those that I can say that, though, because everything Pi does is good.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's a couple that I'm just like, eh.
There's some that I'm ambient about. Sorry.
Ambivalent?
Probably. Don't know, don't care. Yeah, like, there's some that I don't care that much about, but, like, you know, they're pretty good. Actually, one thing that's funny is Incompatible System is actually one of the ones on that list.
Oh, yeah? I really like Incompatible
I do as well.
Systems.
My problem is there's so much technobabble, I feel like an idiot whenever I read it and end up skimming most of it, because I can't figure out what the fuck's talked about. Because I'm like, I don't...
Fair.
Whenever I try and reread the early chapters, I get lost in all of the, like, science bits, so I have to kind of skip to all of the rest of it. And it makes me really depressed because it's like I want to be having a really good time and reading all of it, but I'm a bit too stupid.
No, that's fair. I mean, I feel the same way about some of it.
Yeah. One of these days I'm going to sit down and learn these things, but not today. I'm not good at math. Math is difficult.
Math is math, and I'm not sure how to feel about it anymore. Because I used to really dislike math.
I've got screaming people on one side and a motorcycle on the other.
Brilliant.
Lovely.
Let me know when the motorcycle goes by.
It's gone now, it's good.
Okay, cool. And Shard, of course,
I get the feeling
loves
you
math.
don't love math, honestly, given that face.
I can't tell if that's the face of I love math and I'm nervous because you guys both seem to dislike it, or
I love math, but I'm lying out of my
sarcasm,
ass.
Sarcasm.
Yeah. The first case. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I don't hate people that like math, I just don't like math. I am too stupid for numbers.
I feel weird about math anymore. Like, I used to fucking hate it. But now that it's like... Now that I'm more removed from school and having to learn it the way that teachers have been teaching me and stuff, I'm a lot less angry about it.
Yeah, because that's my thing with, like, math and chemistry, is, like, whenever I'm in the TV Discord, if I'm reading general chat and I come across one of those crazy science discussions or something, like, I will read every single message and I'm really hype about it all because it's really interesting. But it's like, fuck me if I can be bothered to actually, like, learn it properly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm good at algebra, to be fair, but I'm not good at anything else, really. I used to struggle so hard with shape and space. I think I've told the story before of them trying to move me down a class, which was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I'm doing really bad on this paper, but I'm guaranteed to pass either way. Whereas now you want to move me down to somewhere where, A, I will be having less of the problem, like, less of the stuff that I'm good at, which is algebra, more of the stuff that I'm bad at, which is a lot of the shape and space stuff, and it'll be a lot harder to get a passing grade. Like, y'all can shove that offer right up your ass.
Yeah, that was kind of some bullshit.
Yep. A lot of things were bullshit in that school.
I really struggled with algebra, honestly. Like, I took algebra 4 times and failed it every single time.
That's fucking wild, by the way, that you people do that.
I barely managed to scrape a pass the 5th time because I couldn't understand it. It just looked like a jumble.
Now the funny thing is I don't understand it either, but I just do it. It just works, and I don't know why. But interestingly,
okay, Tom Howard? Who the fuck are you?
I don't know.
Ted Howard? The Bethesda guy.
Fuck, what is his name?
The It Just Works guy.
Yeah, I know who it is, but I'm like, shit, actually, what is his name?
Todd Howard.
Yeah, Todd, that's it.
Name.
Todd Howard. There we go. Yeah.
Thank you, Shard.
Yep, thanks, Shard. But yeah, no, like, I don't know why it works, but it works. But the fun thing about that, actually, is you'd expect her to be halfway decent at chemistry, since a lot of that's algebra, or, like, physics, because a lot of that's algebra. I can't do either of those to save my life.
Well, a lot of chemistry is also rote memorization, though, too.
Yeah. But it was always funny when they came out with, like, moles and shit. It was like, okay, yeah, that should be easy, because they put it on the board. It should be easy, because it's, like, a lot of letters, essentially, that like, symbolize stuff. And I didn't have problems with that in math, but the second it came to chemistry, fuck, I couldn't do those things. And I've never been good at remembering, like, formula and stuff, either.
I was always really bad at the math part of chemistry, so I transferred over to biology and just blew through biology.
That's fair. I didn't get a choice. I have to do all 3. It was great.
Posse, why would you do this to me?
That's fair.
Ugh, Shard, that's relatable.
Yeah, that is a big oof. That, by the way, can I just say how fucking wild it is that you people do that way? Like, that's not how it works at all in our country, and it's fucking wild to me that you people could actually, like, fail a topic and have to retake it. That is honestly one of the things.
You fail.
Okay, we don't fail. We can't fail a topic. It's not how it works. You don't take them like that. So, essentially, you'll learn it over, like, a period of a couple weeks, and you'll have, like, worksheets and shit, right? And you'll do the worksheets, and that's it. And then you'll finish the worksheets, and you'll move on to the next topic. So, you understand it, you move on. If you don't understand it, you look at it in your own time, basically, and you talk to your teacher. But you can't fail, like, a topic. If I fuck up algebra... Well, hell, that's half my thing. I can't do shape and space very well, or I couldn't, because I had problems visualizing that sort of shit, so I had a lot of trouble with it. Didn't fail it, though. I just couldn't do it. So, it was just, okay, you can't do that very well, that's fine. Have some more practice sheets to do and try and get used to it, but doesn't matter.
Well,
you can't fail it. You can't, like, fail a year or anything and get held back.
Well, like, so, it wasn't just, like... When I wasn't taking algebra, it wasn't just, like... I'm taking maths, and algebra is, like, a topic in maths.
Yeah,
no,
that's what it was.
Literally. No, it's literally the entire class is algebra. That is the whole class.
Yeah, and that's what I mean where I say
entire
that,
term.
and that's what I mean when I say that's fucking wild to me, because that's not how we do it at all. It's math at the topic, and then you'll have things that you'll do. So you might have a shape and space, like, thing at the beginning where you'll do that for, like, 3 weeks, maybe. And then you might move on to algebra, and you'd do that for, like, 3 weeks. And you'd learn the quadratic equation. And you'd do that for, like, a couple lessons until everybody got it. You have 5 lessons of math a week at GCSE, so you're doing it every day. Was it 4? Something like that, 4 or 5. And then, like, a couple weeks later, you might move on and you might be doing trigonometry and learning all that stuff for the first time. And you do that for a few weeks to a month until you understand it, basically. Or until the teacher says that you understand it, and then you move on to something else. And you just do that for the whole year. So it's math, a topic, and you just move through the topics. And then you get to the actual exam, but there's no, like, there's no proper, like, end-of-year exam. Like, the year 10 end-of-year exams, or year 9, which is the first year of GCSE at my school. It's just exams. There's no pressure on it whatsoever. You can't actually be held back if you fail these exams. If you're on a higher paper, because we have 2 types of papers. You have foundation and you have higher. If you're on higher paper and you fuck up too hard, you might be moved to foundation, which is what they tried to do to me. And the main thing with foundation is the questions are easier, but it's harder to get a high grade. And since you need a C to pass, and a C is the highest grade you can get on foundation, so you basically need to do really, really well in that paper to be able to pass. But, like, you can't get held back or anything. And then year 10, you have practice GCSEs, essentially. So they're mock exams, because you'll have 3 sets. You'll have one at the end of year 10, one at halfway through the, not halfway through, about halfway through the first term, so the September to December term, and then one about, so that's about the Halloween, like, half-term holiday. And then you'll have another set of mocks, usually either side of the February holiday, and then you'll have your actual exams come, like, May, June time. So you have 3 sets of mock exams and then the papers. And, again, if you fuck up on the mock exams, you're not going to get held back a year or anything. And then, again, when you get to your actual exams, you fuck up those exams and you're not getting necessarily, like, held back at all, really. But if you fail maths or English, you'll have to do them again the next year. But they do them differently, so you'll have essentially 3 chances. So you'd have the one at the time of the mocks, you'd be doing the exams. So you'd have them in the first term, the second term, and then the actual GCSE period. And if you fuck all those up, you're doing it again. But you get 6 chances, essentially, to retake. Or 9 if you have to do a year 14. Because there's year 12 and year 13, which are the 2 college years, essentially. And then you'll have year 14, which is an extra year after that if you fuck your A-levels too hard, and they think you need an extra year.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so you basically get 6 to 9 chances to retake if you have to. And then if you don't get it, then you've failed, essentially. So yeah, that's why it's wild to me that you people can actually fail a whole topic of, like, a subject. It's ridiculous to me, because it's like, yeah, you don't do that here. You fail the subject, and you can retake it, like, 9 times. Hell, my cousin failed it, like, 7 times, I think it was.
Damn.
I don't know if that was math or English, or both. I can't remember. This is the annoying cousin, though, so I don't give a shit. This is the one that used to bully me a lot when I was a kid, so I don't give a fuck about her anymore.
That is fair.
Yeah, used to bully me a shit ton, and I don't think I've seen her since I was about 13, so, you know. And yeah, this is a cousin, as in, like, first cousin, and we live in England, so it's not like they're, like, 3 states away or something. They basically live... Yeah, they basically live, like, down the road, pretty much, sort of style, compared to what people have, like, family-wise in America. Like, they basically live, like, down the other end of the block, and we haven't seen them since I was, like, 13, so... Or at least I haven't.
Oh, good.
I've seen her elder sister once when she had a kid, and that's it. And then, genuinely, I could not pick out those... to be fair, though, I couldn't pick out those 3 members of my family if I saw them in the street.
Right.
Like, I don't know them that hard that I literally... You could fucking line them up. You could put them in front of me and say, hey, this is your cousin, and I wouldn't know which fucking one it was. Nice. Well, I would for one of them, because it's the only boy, but... like, we have 2 boys in that end of the family. 3 if you count my brother. Every single other fucking cousin is female. So, except for the second cousin, because that kid is a child. And that is also a boy. But yeah, like, literally, you could line some of these people up in front of me and I couldn't tell you who the fuck they were. Passing glance in the supermarket? Nope, don't know. Literally strangers. Haven't seen them in years. But yeah. But yeah, like, genuinely, that cousin, I'm pretty sure, I don't remember if it was maths, English, or, like, both, but she failed them, like, 7 times, whichever it was.
Damn.
I still, to be fair, I don't actually know if she passed in the end, or if she just gave up at 7. Because, like, in theory, you're supposed to have to pass them before you leave school, but they can't keep you any longer than those 3 years, so I don't actually know if she actually did pass them or not. I'm almost curious enough to text my mum and see if she knows the answer, because genuinely, like...
Yes, we're gossiping about your family on stream. Tell your mom that. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I don't necessarily need to mention the stream bit. I can just say we're talking about different school systems and I mentioned it.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair.
Also, I'm out of tea.
Rude.
Rest in peace, the tea. It was nice.
Yay, nice tea. Was it nice tea?
Banned, blocked, disowned. Yeah.
Excellent.
I like that they're just debating the quadratic formula in my chat, by the way.
Yeah. I have no idea what they're talking about, but this is okay.
I can't do quadratics to save my life. They
I
piss
don't know
me
what the
off.
fuck a quadratic is. It could bite me in the ass and I would just be like, the fuck are you?
Honestly, pretty much same. I knew what it was at one point, but I don't remember it now. Which is the story of my life on a lot of things I learned in that class, honestly. It's like, yeah, I knew it at one point. Obviously, I passed. I have the fucking certificate saying so. You couldn't expect me to actually use it nowadays, but... My GCSEs were a train wreck. I don't know if I want to call them better or worse than my A-level years. Because, like, my A-levels were a mess, and also COVID happened. So, like, I didn't even get to sit those exams.
Aren't they doing something similar for your brother?
I think so. I can't remember if he's actually sitting the papers off the top of my head, and honestly, I don't care. I think he is sitting the papers, which is going to be really fun, because I'm going to be at home during that period, because I'm leaving next week. I'm pretty sure he's doing his papers currently / starting about that point. So the temptation to make a load of noise is really fucking high, because he used to be a pain in the ass when I was trying to revise, but I know I'll get shouted at if I do.
Right.
So it's like, you know, weigh one against the other.
Yeah.
Possibly I'll just stream more often and slightly forget how to fucking modulate my volume.
There you go.
Because, hey, I got nothing better to be doing with my time. I might as well stream at midday all the damn time. Although, to be fair, he might still be at school then, so actually that wouldn't work as well. I'd have to do it on an evening, and I've got shit I'm doing on evenings, so... I'll figure it. I'll figure out.
Could just do it in midday anyway.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing stopping me. I could be writing, yeah, exactly. Like, that's pretty much my situation is, I gotta weigh up, do I want to piss off my brother and possibly my parents, or do I want to try and put words on a page?
The answer is yes, alternate days.
That's true. I can also technically do both. I can sit in a voice chat with people.
That is also true. We could race while we're doing this.
Oh, yes. We could. I'm gonna have to put the sprint bot in the fucking Discord, aren't I?
I can do it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you do have a link, actually. That's a good point.
Wait, do I have a link to it?
I sent it to you, yeah, because you asked about it when I was talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, I did that 20-minute sprint in a voice chat with you guys.
That's right.
At like half 10, and like half of the joke was furious typing, and I'm zoned out from 80% of the world for that moment. It was a really good sprint as well. That was the fun part.
Oh right, that's another thing I need to do.
Also, yeah, shoutouts to back to where we started. I started this stream talking about sprints. Yes.
Nice start.
Give in to the fucking
it.
temptation. Come join us.
Join us.
This fucking hellscape.
Watch me go to pick up an apricorn, run into the grass,
And find a shiny.
and find a shiny.
I mean, on the
yeah.
plus side, the stream would be over, and so would this game. So,
That is true.
on the minus side, if the game ends, we don't get to do a day 23 joke.
I think I might be okay with that.
Yeah, that's fair. It'll probably happen in Y anyway.
Yeah.
Or 6th gen.
Definitely happen in Y.
I keep doing that, like, yeah, no, Callie's playing a different game.
Whatever.
Yeah, 6th gen, X and Y, whatever. I was looking at it then, like, waiting. But I'm like, I would have seen it anyway, though. Or, like, I would have heard from you before I saw it, so I don't know why I was staring so intently. Yeah, Ultra Moon has good shinies. Or good shiny odds. When you get to the wormholes, they're really good. Because the further you get, the better it is and everything. Hoppip. I have a shiny.
A wild shiny Hoppip would have been great.
I have a shiny Hoppip. It's very cute. I believe his name. I
what
think
color is it?
he's green instead. The pink is green, so he's green all over. But he changes to pink later, which is kind of great.
Excellent.
Yeah, although I don't think I can give it to you in that game since I transferred it up for Gen 8. But I do have a complete living dex in that game. In theory, I can get another one. Just give me a few hours to transfer everything out of that game so that when I shove my cheat device in, I don't accidentally overwrite something important again. Yeah, keyword on that is again. I've done that before by accident.
The fact that there's an again in that sentence scares me.
Yeah, essentially, I was trying to put in some stuff for something else. Put the cheat device in, miscalculated where they were going to end up in terms of the boxes, and it overwrote a box of, like, Wonder Trade Pokemon. So I possibly lost a shiny or two from that. From a Wonder Trade event. But I don't actually know what was there, so I can't mourn it, so I don't care. But yeah, I was hacking in some stuff for my complete living dex, and then accidentally overwrote some stuff. But yeah, no, I can absolutely cheat myself a full living dex to trade you stuff if you need it. I don't care about that game anymore. Although I am currently shiny hunting Cresselia, so it'll have to wait until after that point. Yeah, version exclusives and trade evos are the bane of my existence, honestly.
Why am I suddenly exhausted?
I don't know, that's a good question. Maybe because you were busy earlier? And you had to deal with humans?
Maybe.
Which is disgusting on its own right.
Accurate.
Wonder Trade is great. I'm still tempted to restart my sword and do a rando thing with that. But I can't be bothered at the minute. I've got enough going on stream-wise, and I'd want to stream that, I think, so... Plus, it would be difficult, because I'd have to do it while I was at home. So it would have to be one of the ones that I do, like, a lot of streams for. And at the moment, I've got, Snap taking up my Tuesday slot, so... I like actually having a schedule, by the way.
Yeah.
You remember when I started last
nice.
year and I showed up, like, once a month sometimes to play Dust?
Right.
And, like, that went on until January. Like, I spent basically the first year of this shit just being a bitch about it. It was great. Like, I'd show up once a month, maybe.
Yeah, and then you hit affiliate within, like, 2 months of actually, like, starting
having a schedule. Yeah. You know what's really nightmarish?
Huh.
Do you know how fucking close we are to October?
Really close.
I know. I'm gonna have to do FNAF 2 at some point.
Yes.
But the thing that's funny about FNAF 2 is I don't know how that game works. It's really interesting. Yeah, I've stopped doing at everyone pings there because we were having a conversation about how annoying that is, so I stopped doing it. It was actually kind of funny, we were talking about it on stream, and I was like, yeah, I do that still for my streams, so I stopped doing it. But yeah,
Thank you, by the way.
yeah, no problem. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's really funny, because FNAF 1 I know the mechanics of, so like, obviously... Yeah, I know, I basically just use it for the announcements and nothing else. I really probably should just stop using that Discord, but like... Because I just use the heck channel for everything.
Alright?
No, it's fine. I like having this place, honestly. It's way easier, plus I actually like talking to people here, and I don't want to have to micromanage, like, another Discord, essentially. Especially because most of the people of when I... most of the people that show up to these streams are in that Discord anyway. So it's like I might as well just hang out there. Rather than, like, the nightmare that is manage another Discord. Like, that's why my friggin' Discord link, actually, it takes you to the heck channel and not mine. Because I'm more likely to be active in there, so it just takes us over there instead.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm pretty sure I actually did ask you before I did that, though, so...
I'm pretty sure you did, but yeah.
Considering it is yours.
Heck is, like...
kind of more of a general streamer channel, really.
It really is. It's not just mine. It's like, it's mine and yours and Dow's and...
Oxy sometimes.
Oxy sometimes. Tenho sometimes.
Yeah.
But Oxy's got her own community that's a lot more well-entrenched.
Yeah. But yeah, I just use that channel instead at this point because it's way easier than micromanaging another Discord.
That's fair. You're almost at 2 hours, right?
I'm actually at 2:15 in the minute.
Okay, do you want to call it quits when I hit 5100?
Yeah, sure.
Because all of a sudden my brain just was like, hey, guess what? Fuck you.
That's a mood. I was saying something before we got onto the topic of Discord, and I forgot what it was. Stream schedules, that was it. Yeah, so with FNAF, it's like, I know how FNAF 1 works, and like, during that stream I was talking a lot about the mechanics, and that was fun, because I actually like getting to share that info. And it's funny though, because I know how FNAF 3 works pretty well. Like, I know how the different ambience levels tell you where Springtrap is and things like that. And I know that reasonably well. I've never really put it into practice, but I know how it works in theory, so like streaming it would be quite fun to try and put that into practice. But FNAF 2, I know fuck all about. I just know that it's a nightmare because it's 10 robots by the end of it, and it's horrible.
Hugs shard back, thank you.
So yeah, that's going to be really fun, is if I do that for my Halloween thing. And that's assuming I don't do something else, though, because I got gifted amnesia at one point, so I could theoretically do that instead.
What about that one that made Oxy scream a whole bunch?
You're going to have to be a bit more friggin' specific there. Oxy screams a whole bunch of a lot of things.
Yeah, no, that one horror, mystery, supernatural...
Oh, Westmark.
Game. Yeah, Westmark.
Yeah, that could be fun. I think I'd probably end up pissed at that quite often because it's a puzzle game and I'm shit at those, but like, I could play that for sure.
Open it up to your chat participation.
Yeah, I could do that. I like how we're already planning my Halloween event and it's 5 months away.
Well, I already know what I'm gonna do for my birthday.
Excellent. It's always good to know ahead of time, I guess. Oh, that's fun. Actually, I haven't thought about a birthday either.
I'm gonna do an Ori randomizer.
Oh god. I'd love to do a randomizer, but my computer can't handle the base game for half of these fucking things, so you know. And I can't exactly randomize like Hollow Knight on my Switch. Although I did just have a nightmare idea if I can get a computer good enough to stream Hollow Knight.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Actually, that brings up
your nightmare idea?
Actually, first of all, that does bring up the conversation of, you remember that computer thing we were talking about? The you can have a computer desktop, but it would only be for home use thing.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, like, if I could theoretically persuade them to get that, then I might actually have a computer competent enough to run Hollow Knight to do this.
Oh yeah. And then we can do that race.
Yeah. But anyway, so you want to know what the nightmare idea is?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of something called Hollow Twitch?
Is that where the...
Twitch chat can put commands in and give you shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who wants to spawn Nightmare King Grim on my head in the first 5 minutes of the game, everybody? Because that's something you can do. And there's also the communism command, which just supercharges everything and puts like 6 versions of them in the arena. Which I have seen on Umu way too many times, and it's terrifying when that happens. Alternatively, I just go steal some modded bosses and replay those. Because I could do that as well. It would be a nightmare, but it would be funny.
I kind of want to see you do that, Nightmare Kin.
Oh, the Lost Kin, yeah, that would be fun.
Lost Kin Nightmare Mode.
Yeah, that one was fucking cool, honestly. Like, that was a really good thing. Yeah, I might have to do some, like, earlier ones first, because there's a Lifeblood Kin or something like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to send you, like, a list of the ones that Fireborn does, because he does a load of those. But yeah, there's, like, loads of modded bosses, and I could probably do that. Again, this is all contingent on me having a decent computer, so... You know. And also Silksong not coming out in the interim. Because the thing with Silksong is it's going to be out on computers and stuff before it comes out on console, and I want to play it. And the problem is I've got to play it on computer, and I can't stream it because it will not work. There's not a chance that I'm going to be able to stream it when it can't handle Hollow Knight. So,
right.
I'm going to be doing a blind playthrough of that shit on my computer whenever that deigns to come out, and it's going to suck. Unless, of course, it comes out on Switch at the same time, which it probably won't, but it has a chance, given the way the Nintendo Directs have been working. There's a chance, and if it does, I'm absolutely using the capture card.
Right.
In before that comes out at the same time as, like, the new Pokemon games, and I have to have a freak out trying to decide whether I want to stream Pokepark, the new Pokemon games, or fucking Silksong.
God.
It's like, okay, I'm just wiping my stream schedule. We'll do Pokepark, like, one day a week. I'll do fucking Silksong another day, and I can keep these, like, the chill streams going if I want, but, like, also, shoutouts to stopping.
Oh, yeah, right.
You just autopiloted through that, didn't you?
I 100% did.
Yeah, to be fair, I did as well. I looked up and saw 103, and I'm like, oops.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt because you're in the middle of talking, too.
No, that's fine. But yeah, it was just kind of funny because it was just like, oh yeah, stopping, that was the thing we were doing. Who cares? It's only 11 PM. I'm not getting sleep anyway with those lot, so...
That's fair.
It's a disaster.
But no, in all honesty.
Yeah, well I'm now at a 30 as well, so we can stop. Okay,
right.
that hoot looks suspiciously yellow for a second, I got hyped. I was like, shit, is it really gonna be an end of stream, like, end of series? That'd be great.
God, that'd be so good.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. There we go. I'm still, like, super pleased with the little...
Yeah, it's really cute. I want to do one, but that's way too much effort. Yeah, it would be so good if we could end this in every sense of the word. 28 hours, plus whatever the fuck was in my reset hell. Oh, I want to die slightly, holy shit.
God.
God, I'm tired now. Okay, right.
Alright.
It is a nice animation, yeah, it's really good.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very hype about that. It's great.
Alright. So we have saved.
Oh, hello, hey Grey May. Welcome. We're actually just finishing up. Yeah, we're playing SoulSilver. We're doing a shiny race. Technically, we're still trying to find a shiny. Oh, hey, thanks. Yeah, we're doing this.
Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, thanks for the follow. We do this on Thursdays where we try and get shinies. Although we are moving off of this game soon because we're dying.
A lot.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do something else with Gen 4 after this. Yeah, that's Kali, who's the other person in my stream. She's doing this with me because she's very nice and won't let me torture myself alone doing shinies.
I think this was my idea, actually.
I think it was kind of both of our ideas, but I think this was specifically, like, your idea to do it, and then I was the person who figured out, like, what we were doing with it.
Yeah.
Somewhat like that.
Well, it would be a pretty shit friend if I was like, hey, let's do this.
And
except for not me, just you.
Yeah, and then we caught another couple people in it. Yeah, I don't know, maybe after we finish this, and after I finish some other stuff, I might think about randomizing this or something instead. We could do randomize a Soul Link in this game.
Oh,
you know, if you're not too sick of looking at it by that point.
As long as I don't have to shiny hunt and slowpoke well for like 40 hours or however the fuck long we've been doing this for.
About that, yeah. Yeah, no, you should be safe of slowpoke well that time, so... Jesus.
Because I'm pretty sure at this point this game is only slowpoke well.
Yeah, like the slowpoke well is just burned into your retinas.
Mm-hmm.
Like that there is nothing but slowpoke well.
There is only slowpoke well. We are all slowpoke well.
There is only Zubat and slowpoke well. Oh god. Right, yeah, outros. Those were a thing we were meant to be doing.
Oh yeah! Hey,
oh
look,
yeah,
outros.
ending stream. That was a thing we were doing before we got distracted by just being depressed.
Y'all remember how we said you don't come here for professionalism? This is what we mean.
Yeah, you don't come here for professionalism. You come here for us being dumbasses. If you want professionalism, Kali streams like 3 to 4 other times a week, and I do it twice.
Yeah.
You go
you
there
want
instead.
Professionalism. You want professionalism, go watch Pix play Snap.
That's not professional. I'm sitting there with my feet up using my drawer as a fucking stand. Like,
I see
my
nothing
top
wrong with
drawer,
this.
technically it has towels in it, but I use it as a stand instead and lean back in my chair.
I see literally nothing wrong with this, honestly.
That's fair.
Anyway, outros.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you want to go first or shall I? Since clearly we're never going to stop otherwise.
You go first.
Okay. Thanks everybody for watching. It's been fun. Oxy, who isn't here at the moment possibly, thanks for that resub. Hey Grey May, thank you for the follow. Hopefully you'll enjoy yourself here. Tomorrow I will be streaming more of Blue Rescue Team, in which we will be getting lost in the post-game a bit more, possibly dying a lot. Tuesday we will be back to Snap. This will be a Thursday stream again next week, assuming that nothing goes dramatically wrong, and if it does, we'll be doing it probably on Friday. Yeah, that should be fun. Thanks all for being here, and ta-ta a bit.
Alright, my go?
Go ahead.
Cool. Thank you everyone so much for being here. I'm sorry that my stream is ending a little bit early. I'm sorry I was late again. But thank you so much for putting up with me. Thank you to Pix for letting me chill with her on stream. Thank you Posse for the 12-month resub. Or the resub for 12 months. This has been great. I love you all. I hope you all have a great fucking weekend. I will probably be doing a makeup stream tomorrow at some point, just because I didn't stream yesterday. But yeah, Monday we're back to Final Fantasy IX, because if I never finish that game, I swear to God I'm throwing myself out a window.
Please don't.
Anyway.
Oh shit, we've got end of stream spam!
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah, end of stream fucking bots. We gotta have one of them somewhere, and we got two this time.
Yep.
Thanks, Posse.
Thanks, Posse. Thanks, Shard. It was great to see all of you, and I will talk to you all later. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Ta-ta a bit.